role playing.
Why, hello, and welcome to what is it? Gateway? Is this Gateway?
Gateway 2019.
Yeah.
Gateway
Sure.
2019. Gateway 2019.
It is now.
Brought to you by Strategicon, and this is the first of our streaming games here at the LAX Hilton Hotel,
Woohoo!
And spa.
where they have Point the Way IPA from Golden Road Brewery.
Oh, very nice.
IPAs are shit.
Boddingtons. We're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, sort of, since I'm running it. The rules are
Sort
a little
of.
slack.
Yeah.
The name of the game is, how do you pronounce it? Nouvelle? Do you know French at all?
You'll have to say it all through your nose.
Nouvelle Terreur.
That's
Yeah?
close.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Pretty close.
What's the translation,
new-
Stan?
The New Terror.
Oh,
The new
Oh.
Terror. Oh.
And just to give you guys
Dibs
like
on the guillotine.
a little background, this takes place in the late 1790s. This is Napoleon's first command in the army of Italy.
Okay.
And he's had, at this point, about 4 victories, and he's now approaching the Papal States, which we know in history they will just say, we give up. And-
Spoilers.
Sorry. But basically the party is going to consist of a few Napoleonic soldiers and a few members of the clergy who are sort of complicit with Napoleon's army, or at least willing to cooperate, at least for now.
Right.
So, and I've made 5 characters. There's no names on them, so you'll need to come up with a name for your character. And if you want to come up with any background, any connections between the characters, you're welcome to do so. We'll spend a few minutes doing that. But and also there's genders on there, but the genders don't have to be what they are. Because there's only one. I only made one that was specifically female, and she's a nun. But it doesn't have
None
to be.
of that.
You have none of that. So there is an Italian scholar who is 40 and has some smarty skills. There is an Italian priest. They didn't have a priest occupation, so I had to put cult leader.
Same difference.
It was the closest thing. It had a very similar skill set to what I would think a priest would have.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to
but
Call of Cthulhu.
to those of our
Or Catholicism.
to our Catholic listeners who are not lapsed, not intentional. Here is a French lieutenant, artillery soldier, or artillery
Also,
commander.
funny enough, a cult leader.
No, he's a soldier.
Well, the French artillery was a cult back then.
And then there's I also was checking with different presets to see if there were ones that would eliminate the more modern skills. The closest I found was Old West, which is pretty close. I mean, you're within 50, 60 years. This is a French sergeant, so who will be taking orders from the French lieutenant. And then the Italian nun. So you have basically 2 papal characters, or not papal characters, 2 Catholic clergy people. You have a scholar, and you have 2 soldiers, a sergeant, and...
Now, can the priest become a priest of the cult of Mary?
Sure, I guess.
Or is it maybe a good idea to have the nun? Because I don't mind playing the nun. I can do
Well,
that.
you can be a Marian. I mean, by this point, Lourdes had already happened. I think, if I'm not completely mistaken.
Diamonds in...
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. We
I'll
will
play
never. We will never be royal.
I'll play the
I
scholar.
can be the priest or the scholar because
I thought you
want
wanted
to
to
turn
do a
him into
monk.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I could turn either of them into a Franciscan monk. So I'll take the priest if you want the scholar.
Yeah, I'll take the scholar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'll take the nun.
You want the nun? All right.
Shit, I'm
So-
French.
Yeah.
So, Rob, are you going?
Is it going to be that big of a stretch?
Are you going to be in charge, or are you going to be a minion?
Well, the other character goes away.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm French.
You know what? It's up to you. If you wanted, you could take the lieutenant, or...
Turn him into Italian.
Because here, let me tell you the sort of the premise when
Sure.
the story begins.
I would like to hear background.
Okay, you were part of the army of Italy, and which is the name of Napoleon's army at this point.
Going into Italy.
And they just finished a battle against the Austrians,
Yeah.
and they captured an English 12-pounder cannon, which they don't have the stuff for. It's too heavy because British cannons are too heavy. So they're like, let's take it back. We can use it. We can take it back to Paris. Plus, along with that, there's some paintings and some books that they've been able to capture along the way, because Napoleon loved to capture that kind of stuff and take it back to Paris. So basically, the party is being tasked to transport this stuff back to a shoreline on the
Mediterranean. Okay.
Not the Adriatic,
Yeah.
and where they're going to meet a French ship, which is going to help transport the stuff to Paris. So basically, you're all being broken off to go do this.
I will be the French sergeant.
Okay.
So he gets you a lieutenant out of my way.
All right. Does the French sergeant have artillery? It would be under.
Weapons?
It's not in alphabetical order. That's for damn sure.
Firearms?
It might be under firearms.
I've got handgun, shotgun, and none.
Firearms. You don't have rifle?
Operate
Oh,
every
rifle.
well,
machine.
rifle, shotgun
Okay.
is the same skill.
Okay,
Right.
This guy had artillery. Okay.
Operate
I don't
heavy
even know how to
machine, which is
read
in
this character sheet, so I don't know what everything means.
Well,
Explain that, please.
I'll explain.
Thank you.
You have your stats up here on the top, right?
Yeah.
The
Which
large-
which is the stat?
all three of them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
The large number is your base stat.
okay.
So like if I'm asking you to do something that's like an average difficulty, I'll have you roll
that's
that
how
or
they did it.
that or
Okay.
less. If it's a very difficult task, I'll ask you to roll the half number, which is the top of the smaller
Yeah.
two numbers
Yep.
at the top.
Yep.
And that if it's a difficult task. If it's an extremely difficult task, I'll ask you to roll the 1/5 number, which is the one below.
Gotcha.
And when we roll said,
You were going to roll percentile dice
and then go under.
under.
Gotcha.
Match
Gotcha.
or under.
That sounds
Match or under?
very
Match or
similar to another good
Looking up
system
a name.
called Palladium.
Yes. Do they do the halves and fifths? I don't remember them doing halves.
It's 2 percentiles roll under,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think every percentile system rolls under.
like Palladium.
He never needs updating.
Yeah.
Perfect the first time.
Absolutely.
So the number in the big box is what I should be looking at just to figure out what my character's strong points are.
Yeah. Yes. Every character has a default, so you're going to have numbers in a lot of skills. Ignore the ones that say things like computer or things like that, obviously.
Well, that's how you use an abacus.
There you go. And then there again, it's got a half number and a 1/5 number in there as well for difficulty.
Okay.
Your sanity, you have a starting sanity number, which is going to be equal to your power, which is one of your stats up here.
Oh, okay.
And then you have a max sanity, which is as high as your sanity can go. But when you start the game, you're going to start at the starting number, the number to the left.
Okay.
Like on this character sheet, it's a 30.
Okay.
So you might want to circle 30 somewhere on the sanity track there, or whatever number you've got.
So is the high better or the low?
On the track.
The lower you
okay.
get, the more insane you get. When it gets to 0, your character
No,
can no longer
the
function.
higher the number in the skill, the better, because you've
Oh.
got a larger range to succeed, because
Yes.
you have to roll under the number.
Yeah.
So a low number, not good, because you're tend to
Okay,
roll
so
over
the
it.
goal is, so does that mean the luck is also,
Luck.
or is that something totally different?
Let me. Do I have the things for luck? I don't know if I
Power
have-
is 35, which is sanity is
Remember
35.
what luck starts at.
How about 99?
No, I think
But
you're supposed to
fishing
roll it. I wonder why it didn't give it to me. Oh, probably because it's an optional rule.
Fuck optional rules.
Pitching one be reaping.
Hashtag
That's
poor
right.
choices.
Pitching one.
Yeah.
Oh no, this means you guys are gonna have to suffer through my so-called Italian accent, which might actually be Russian.
It's all right.
That's okay, my Italian accent's probably going to be Spanish.
I'm supposed to do fucking French.
Yeah.
Just say everything through
And you're
your
gonna be
nose,
from
you'll
Jersey?
fine.
No, that's gonna be my Italian. That's gonna be more Jersey. I'm sure. There's just no way around it. I'm bad at accents,
Yeah,
but
I
it
had
doesn't stop me.
I had an Italian character in a LARP for almost 2 years.
Oh, wow.
I could almost stay with the same accent the entire session by the end of the 2 years. Unless
Oh my
I
God.
talked to people who were doing certain accents. at
You were
which
the
point-
Kevin Costner of accents.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys would like to roll luck, it's 3d6 and you multiply it by 5. It didn't generate it for something. 3d6 and multiply it by 5.
Yeah, where is luck on the thing?
It's it should be in a little track underneath sanity.
Right.
By 5?
Under the words Call of Cthulhu. Oh, yours is a little slightly different character sheet.
Oh, you don't have luck? Isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not
Oh
right.
no, I've got
You've
it.
got it.
Yeah,
Just
I've got it.
not
So
in
what
the
was
same
it? It was
spot.
3d what?
3d6 multiply it by 5.
That was a good roll.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
not bad.
Wow, nice.
11 and 3, 14 times 5, so 70.
He needs to do the hard shit.
Well, I'm a Franciscan monk, so yeah.
God has smiled upon your dice.
And then multiply it by 5.
Yep.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now the way luck works, you make a roll. If you miss the roll, you can spend luck points to get your roll down to where it needs to be.
Oh, okay.
When
On a 1-to-1.
on a 1-to-1.
One for
Oh,
Gotcha.
that's not bad.
And getting it back is not going to happen because it's usually between sessions or between story arcs.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
railroad.
Huh?
Railroading us already?
Yeah.
You know, we're transporting goods. We might be on a train.
Not yet.
Not,
Yeah,
not started yet.
that's why the
We're on a
12
fucking
pounders are
wagon
heavy.
train right now.
Yeah.
I think there's anything else that's like super important to talk about.
Is this gonna weave it all into your?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The plan is, if anyone survives, is to
So
if
some
they
people may
wrote-
remember my last characters in Stu's game.
if whoever survives wants to write some sort of memoir or keep a journal or something like that,
Shit, yes.
Ooh, that
and
would
then-
be kind of cool.
and then I can integrate those into the game
I want it.
because this is this.
Now you're gonna do anything you can to live.
Oh yeah,
And here's the equipment.
Mhm.
You're playing the sergeant.
I am.
Okay, so you'll have a flintlock musket. I'll give you this sheet. There's your 12-pounder British cannon. It does 8d10 damage for the round rounds, and it does 2d10 for the canister.
You
which
can
is
just
shot.
tell me that later when we do it.
Okay, and you're never gonna fire it, I don't think.
Oh, so you say.
Just to do it.
Yes.
Just go find a
It-
statue,
I'll
blow
say,
the nose off.
It is
That's right.
Rob.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's also other equipment, and anything that you think your character would have that would make sense for your character to have, you have it. I didn't come up with. I just put down like basic equipment that people would have in this case, but
According to this, I have unarmed as my weapon.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Friggin' eye ties.
and I have another copy.
I'm like, you know, I'm just thinking about what the rosaries looked like in this time period. I'm like, I think she had another weapon.
That's the last one.
You
So,
go
There's the
pizza,
other.
pizza.
side note, funny story. I went to fair as a papal cardinal one time, giant red robes, and I was looking for the biggest rosary I could find. So I go into a Catholic shop. I found a good sized rosary, but it wasn't as big as I wanted. As I'm literally handing the woman my credit card and she runs it, Dave points to the wall and there's a rosary that goes along half of the wall up top, and I yell out, no lie, Jesus Christ, that's a huge rosary. The woman was so upset that she had just run my credit card because otherwise she would have kicked us out of the place.
I bet.
You're welcome.
If you want to just have a rough idea of
It's
things you
just
expect
basic
us to
stuff.
have.
You guys have 4 horses. 2 of them are like draft horses. 1 for the cannon, 1 for the whatever it's called. There's a name for it. I put it on there. The thing's called
Yeah,
the caisson.
Case on.
And then you also have 2 riding horses.
Do I have any kind of first aid kit? Because I noticed that my medicine skill is
Yes.
probably my.
Yes. If you want to have a first aid kit, you have a first aid kit.
It's probably why I'm along.
Probably. Because this is Warland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure my law skill is going to be very useful.
I am the.
Oh, I just made characters.
No, I know. It's only a 30. I was joking.
Right.
Yeah.
You can find a way to make it useful.
The now, just to ask a few leading questions. Why is it that Why is it that your character was pulled out of his duties with the army to escort these people and this stuff?
I am the one they trust in order to get things where they need to go.
Ah, okay. So like a supply sergeant or something. You're
Yeah.
Like
Well, basically, and also I don't take any shit.
Okay.
So if we get stopped by like, back then, you know, you had people that were blocking the roads because a different baron owned that section of road, or like payment and toil. I've been able to convince them that it is in their best interest to not impede us.
Okay.
going in, they expect the same going out.
Got it. Okay. Who's playing the scholar? In the stuff that you have, there's a couple of paintings and there's a few texts. The texts that are in there, one is an original Gutenberg Bible.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's not so now because they only printed it 20 years ago.
Oh, that's,
A little longer ago than that.
it's actually offensive because it brings the word of God down to the masses, which it should not happen.
It was actually confiscated, probably.
Yeah.
The church probably confiscated it.
Mm-hmm.
Napoleon took it back. And then there's Cod Ritualia and Possessionem, which is a rituals for possession, like the exorcist things.
Mhm.
And then there's another book called Ex Sanguinis et Verita, which is Blood of the Veterans. But there's one other book. What is that book that you particularly are most interested in making sure that it's kept safe?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, I think we're going to stick with this whole occult thing. I think that it's one of the manuscripts from Nicholas Flamel.
Oh.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay. And okay. You have had to help a member of one of these people prior to being sent on this job. Who was it, and what was the assistance you gave?
I think actually I helped Frenchie over there.
Mm-hmm.
Julien,
Oh,
Sergeant de Demonce.
I helped the sergeant.
Okay.
He had actually a very bad infection. And unfortunately, I made a positive enough impression that he is dragging me out of my quiet, cloistered life. And also because they're expecting some soldiers being sent back from the fighting to be on this boat. So he's like, no, she's really good. We're going to make her go to France and heal more people.
Okay.
That is where the real Pope is anyway.
Not yet.
You
Not
almost
yet.
said cultist.
He's only.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, at this point, the Pope is in Vatican.
Not for long.
And Napoleon at this point is only a general.
That's fine.
He is not first consul or
This is okay.
emperor or anything.
I see great things for him in the future.
This is why I kiss his ass.
And you gave rights to someone who held significant last rights to
Mhm.
someone. You're the priest, right?
Yes.
Okay. You gave last
Friar.
rights to someone of significance of someone at the table who obviously not them.
Not
Maybe
yet.
depends on
Not
how good
yet.
they were. Right.
But
Or
Best
Okay.
last rights ever.
honestly, you could have given him last rights and then I saved him anyway.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, actually, I'm thinking it was one of your sisters who was in the wrong spot trying to save someone,
Oh, like
and I had to give her last rites.
who's it? The mother, like Mother Superior?
Yeah, maybe it was the Mother Superior, one of the first order, one of your friends or mentors.
Okay.
Like that, I gave some last rites to and consoled you that, well, no, she's with God.
Excellent.
Better than being with the French.
True.
I'm Italian, I can say that.
Exactly.
At least we have a singular system of government and not a bunch of disparate provinces.
Let me update one thing real quick, and then we'll
Well, if the
Because at this point, Garibaldi has not unified your country, so you mean nothing. You
If
are
the-
just areas.
If the rest of Italy was as good as Firenze, then perhaps we could unite. But they're all inferior, and there's no point in working with them.
Paris is the center of culture and of the world.
Actually, if you listen to Galileo, but we're not going there.
Galileo was correct.
The sun is the center.
The sun is the center, and Paris is the sun. Louis was the Sun King. The center of the world and the universe is Paris. I'm gonna butcher this fucking accent, and it's your
course you
fault, and your fault, and your fault, and your fault. Good night, John Boy.
All right.
I'm going to try really hard to do the Italian accent, but with him going that strong, we're going to see what
I know, it's there's going to be a lot of slippage.
More than likely, I'm going to sound like a Puerto Rican anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah. We'll just roll with it.
Because I am, so.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I mean,
to
I could
know.
go full Valley Girl on you if you wanted, but nobody
A
wants
Valley
Oh my
Girl nun would
God.
be awesome.
Like, oh my God.
But this
Paris,
is Cthulhu. So.
Italy is the best.
Okay.
Oh, just for reference, I'm friar, because I just checked. Franciscan monks are friars.
What is your character's name?
Marco Lombardi.
I like your street. It's curvy.
I was
Yeah,
lazy,
exactly.
I named her Maria.
That's why I remembered it.
Maria.
Maria, because
I had to find a first name.
But
How do you name a
Lombards
nun?
were actually big
Right.
in
It's Maria or something Maria or Maria something.
right.
Yeah.
Maria.
Which character?
Maria.
Unless you're
Giancarlo Vincenzi.
Vincenzi.
Huh?
Hey.
Bringing it back.
That's right.
All right.
You and maybe one other person.
Okay, so basically you're being sent north. The Napoleonic army's approaching the Papal States at this point. You're being sent back with this big heavy cannon that's just going to slow them down. And all of the captured artifacts that you've gotten so far. They're all being carried in the caisson along with the cannonballs and powder and all of that stuff, which might make your character a little uneasy because there's literally casts of gunpowder next to these irreplaceable artifacts and paintings. But there's nowhere else to put them.
How many people do we have with us?
Maybe I could have carried.
Right here.
Maybe I could have carried some of the books.
Okay.
Keep them a bit separate.
Okay.
You're going to carry all those crates?
No, just some of the choice items. You know, like the Flamel and some of the other books.
Okay. So you're going to a place. It's a shoreline, and there's a manor house there. The manor house was basically abandoned as Napoleon's army approached, leaving only because Napoleon loved to force march his men through the night. He did it a lot. So the lord and lady of the house were alerted that there was people approaching. They figured out who it was, so they basically left the house with nothing but the footmen to get them out of town. So they left the rest of the household staff there. So when Napoleon arrived, he used it as headquarters for a day, and then off everyone went. So, but it's Via Piana Azzurra. Via Piana Azzurra. That's the name of the manor house that's along the shoreline. And there's farmland around there, but most of the farmers, they get phoned. But you are told that at least when they left, the household staff was still there, and they were asked to stay, and they said that they would.
Asked or told?
Samesies.
Well, Napoleon at this point, he probably did ask.
Okay.
He probably did
Just
ask.
make sure.
Later on, he got a little demandy.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of a demandy pants
Short
when he
people
became
tend to.
emperor.
Yeah.
He wasn't short.
Not by that day standards.
No.
No, he wasn't.
No.
He was 5'7".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what do you call me?
5'7" in the
Don't
18th
care.
century
Don't care.
is not
Yeah.
short.
I live in absolutes. If you call me short,
Then
why
you're
they-
absolutely short.
yes. I am Napoleonic, motherfuckers.
Do you know why they called him short?
What's
Why
that?
everyone assumes he was short? Because inches and feet in France at the time were
Oh,
longer than they were in
because
England.
Yeah,
Right.
because yeah.
So
And it was a PR campaign to demoralize them.
yes,
Correct.
It was a sight game.
Yeah.
Know nothing about that.
All right. Any questions or anything before we
Not yet.
move on into it? Okay.
Just interrupt.
So, basically, this is I'm just sort of like an opening scene. You guys headed towards the manor house.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If there's any interaction you want to have, or you want to introduce your characters to each other, or anything like that, you can do.
How long have we been traveling together?
This is probably your second day of travel.
Oh, okay. So it's still relatively new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
you're on decent roads, and it's not like the whole army's moving. So
Yeah,
you
we can
just
move a little bit faster.
You can move faster, and you've got you've got the caisson, which could seat 2 people, and you've got 2 riding horses, and then you've got the horse that's carrying the cannon.
Yeah.
So you're moving at horse pace.
According to this, I'm riding on the wagon.
You might be riding on the wagon.
Oh yeah.
I will be wherever
You're right.
with
Oh,
a
geez.
few of the choice books.
Okay.
Furthest from anything that's going to.
So you're probably on one of the riding horses.
Yes.
I look at you trying to distance. If anything explodes, we all explode. It is fine. It will not be God's will that those make it to Paris.
I'm gonna just carry this stuff just in case, okay?
So it is closer to you when you meet your final doom. Because the English, they do not know how to pack gunpowder. Only the French.
I don't know much about a gunpowder, just did a kaboom, right? So,
and I look as far as the eye can see. Kaboom.
I'm gonna just be back here, out of the kaboom.
No, out of the kaboom.
Marco's driving one of the wagons
Polo.
because he can.
Okay.
That was the other reason I picked it.
Yeah.
Figured you'd pick
What-
up on that.
What skill is horseback riding?
It's ride, which
It's
is
ride.
mine's 45 and drive carriage is 20, which I think we all have drive carriage.
Oh shit, mine's 15.
Yeah.
You said-
Well, you're an enlisted man.
That's right.
Yeah. You used to walking.
That is actually not false. I got 50 to drive.
Oh, good. So
Oh,
you
my,
can be
my ride
driving a
is
cannon.
my ride is miserable, so I guess I'm not riding.
Well, you can ride. I mean,
Okay.
If
not-
anything
means
goes
if anything's-
sideways,
Oh
you're
yeah,
on
I'm the
ground.
guy I fall off. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
We're not
yeah.
going to do anything crazy.
That would be fun anyway. So.
Right.
To start.
We're
Or
not
on a
going
horse.
to jump.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Things.
since
Yeah.
the riding horses probably don't have side saddles, I'm riding on the wagon.
It's fair. And also, it's immoral for you to ride astride a horse.
And you're
I'm riding, sure.
driving the horse, steering the horse.
Well, I think.
I think you're the one driving
Yeah,
the
I'll drive.
cannon.
Yeah, I'm driving
I'm
with the cannon.
Yeah.
Is there a separate
Cannon, cart,
yeah.
and I'm on a horse.
Cannon and cart are the same one, right?
No, there's
No.
separate-
No.
Okay.
The caisson is probably. I would think the caisson. You two are in the caisson.
No, I'm on a horse because I'm separate from the anything that might go boom.
Well, the boom's in his wagon. I'm on a horse. He's got the wagon with the cannon.
We
Oh, I
like
thought he
both
just had the
things.
cannon, but
The
supplies.
caisson is where the powders come.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's one horse for the cannon. The cannon
Just
weighs
me, yeah.
6,500
Yeah,
pounds.
that's-
Yeah.
Right.
Because British cannons were
Would have
stupid
figured
heavy.
they'd have put 2 horses on that and just
Yeah.
attached the case onto the back of the wagon.
Now, what they
And
normally
that's probably what the friar keeps complaining about is why can't we do this rationally?
they probably tether, I would imagine, the horse
Mhm.
pulling the cannon to the caisson,
Yeah.
or vice versa.
Right.
That's probably how they transport that
Okay.
stuff.
So I'll drive the explosives. I'm fine.
Okay.
For him, it's just science. It's fine.
Yeah, the one with
you
the
check the
explosives
crates;
is
they're
probably
okay.
the lighter
No,
one,
nothing
therefore it's
weird.
the one that I would also be riding on.
And
Okay.
it's about time of day, evening. The expectation is it will stop at the manor house overnight.
You should arrive at the manor house right around nightfall.
So I will explain to the Italian pig dogs that we will stay overnight. You will stay together. We will get up much earlier than you are used to, and we will keep going for the glory of France.
I get up before you do every day. It's
Not
okay.
possible.
Yeah.
Sergeants in the French army do not sleep.
Right. After
I
the
have-
sun up.
I have been
I get
up
up before sun.
for 4 years. You do not
No.
impugn on me. My honor is tantamount.
Okay.
I use
After
the word
your 6th
tantamount
cup-
very well.
Yes, you do. After your 6th cup of wine, yes, you are awake. You keep telling us that while you're sleeping. so
Sergeants
long.
cannot afford wine. That is for officers.
So long as we stop at the proper times for prayers, I do not mind what time we start.
Your vespers
Don't
will
worry
help.
about that, sister. We'll make sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Rowdy has to
Yeah,
turn
that was
away
role
from
play.
me.
All right. So near nightfall, a couple hours before sunset, you see there's a storm kind of coming in off of the Mediterranean, and you can see it dark clouds, and you start to get that smell in the air that there's rain coming,
Yeah.
and you're
It's a better smell than the rest of nature.
yes,
Yes.
and about probably about a half hour before you reach it, it starts raining.
Oh shit.
I check the tarps over the gunpowder, make sure that they're secured,
Okay.
so nothing gets wet.
Okay.
It is I do enjoy the smell of gunpowder in the morning, just not when it's exploded on me.
One day this war's gonna end.
Now, I just want to make sure that we're transporting these books and other things, that they have been well wrapped, oilcloth and things like
They're
that.
wrapped in oilcloth, but you're kind of starting to think that with the
I don't want to take chances.
right.
So,
Well, if you
But it-
left them in the crate,
See,
in
French
the
don't take
oilcloth,
chances.
then they'd be
So
safer.
you probably still have them wrapped
Yeah.
in something. I would.
oh
imagine.
yeah,
but if they
I
were
would've
in
kept
the
it all wrapped
crates,
in, yeah.
wrapped inside in the crate, they'd be safer. But somebody has a fetish about holding his books.
I'm not going to put them back before they get damaged.
We do
you
not
know.
kink shame.
No. I had no problem with that. It's just someone who
The
just
Catholic Church, we kink shame.
We are French.
But I forgive.
yeah.
If you
and then
admit.
forgive. Yes.
But we'll leave it there. Sorry. He's French. He's never sorry.
Oh.
We are never wrong.
And hence, always damned.
So many kinks.
One day. Oh, you need to meet my friend, the Marquis de Sade.
Who's he?
Oh, I heard he's writing a book.
We. He's very titillating.
And thief.
We will stop and see Manor up ahead.
If he was alive at this time, he would have cut his head off. By now.
That's probably.
Oh yeah, I know.
I am.
Oh, yeah.
I am playing France in about 250 year span, so it's all the same.
Mainly because he can't tell time.
Their history is not important to me at all.
At
So
this point, he's
I'm
less a
shocked.
sergeant and
And
Shocked,
Happy
I
Jack's
say.
RPG Podcast would like to
Right.
apologize to all of our friends listening.
you shut your mouth. No, we don't. You
Rob
deserve
doesn't.
it.
It's okay, Rob. At this point, you're a character from Italia more than a sergeant. We got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Italian army, I mean.
Yeah. Mussolini.
Okay.
I'm only fascist.
So you approach
Yeah.
the manor house,
And I basically explain like, oh, this is where we sat on the great campaign going forward, and am propagating as much French propaganda as I can.
okay.
The rest of us are not believing a word of it.
And of course, the very first battle, which happened not far from here, Napoleon was outnumbered 3-2.
Oh, at the least.
And it was his first battle as commander in chief of an army, and
He is a genius on the battlefield.
he only lost 2 out of like 60 battles.
It's true.
Important battles, the last
Yes.
2 really.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the second time he went to jail, but we're not going to talk about that yet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not so much listening to him as praying to God to send intervention so I am not forced to leave Italy to go to these heathen shores of France.
It is through most of Europe. They consider the French Revolution to be an atheist revolution, and they did horrible things to the clergy in Paris.
They deserved it.
I mean, you're probably not wrong, but that's Mary, not the character.
That's fine.
Yeah.
This is
Same,
It is-
James,
it
James
is-
of a similar opinion,
But
not
in the
Friar
meantime,
Marco.
I am extolling the virtues of Joan of Arc, Saint Louis, Saint Louis de France, like all of the great French Catholics, and you will be. Once you land on the shores, you will understand why it is the most pious country around.
You know, y'all did burn Joan of Arc.
Yeah, you're bragging about a lot of people that you killed
Yeah.
for heresy.
Yeah.
No.
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 Italian propaganda.
Yeah. I tell you about the- yeah.
Fake news.
Fake news.
It
Yeah,
is.
there you
It
go.
is all Medici lies.
All right. So so you see the manor house there, and there's a woman sort of standing like she's working. She's like sweeping off where the stairs are that lead up to the.
Yeah, I'm gonna wave a lantern in the distance so she knows we're coming.
And you
far.
can see they've left like the banners, like the revolutionary French colors
Damn right they
are
are.
up still, and she looks out and she sees you and she sort of waves, and then she kind of comes running out,
Oh,
and she says, "Please move in quickly. It is raining. We do not want you to get too wet."
yes, yes.
Where's the barn? Left or right side?
Right
The
side.
barn would be on your right, but there's like a large opening within a courtyard to bring.
Okay, then we'll go under the courtyard then.
Yeah.
That way we keep an eye on it. Okay.
Then we'll park under like specifically like the barrels of
Mm-hmm.
gunpowder and stuff like that, putting it underneath
The center point.
structures and stuff like that.
Well, it's like an open thing, but there's like awnings around, so you can kind of go around the
Yeah.
sides of it,
Right.
Yeah.
and get it mostly out of the ring. You probably will want to take the artifacts and stuff
Oh yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
But this is a gorgeous manor house. 2 stories. There are even inside they put banners up all over the place, and there's someone who's like scrawled on the wall "Vive la France." So it says they did the whole wave the flag for the
Yeah.
general
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
conquering you.
So like I'm gonna like bonjour mademoiselle ciao, and then in French I'm gonna tell her
For simplicity's sake, I'm going to assume that all of you speak Italian and French.
That's what
but
my
you
sheet
don't
says.
know how well.
That's correct.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to speak French just because I can.
I speak English at 45.
Yeah, I know.
English
I was
at
looking at
80.
mine. Mine's English at 80 as well.
No,
That should be French.
yeah.
Italian and French.
Whatever.
Sometimes it assigns languages.
You cannot have a good campaign without accurate character sheets.
That's true.
The
That's-
character
good
sheets
thing it's
are
a one shot.
holding you back.
That's right. Fuck it.
Who even needs a character?
Honestly, what's weird is
I'll
that
just
you
say
and
what
I
I wanna
don't think
do.
either one of us speak Latin.
I know, which is extremely strange. But I do have a pretty decent occult, so I'm just going to call that
If
Latin
you guys
too.
speak Latin, both of you speak Latin.
I would think so.
I overlooked the
yeah,
language.
that's cool. That's probably...
I should probably speak Latin as well. Yeah.
Okay, so more than likely that's how the 3 of us keep talking and it pisses you off.
Actually,
I know you are talking about me.
at this point, I know about an hour's worth of Latin. And
right,
it's called
but the
the
problem
Catholic
is
Mass.
it's... yeah, exactly. That's the only Italian you know, or Latin you know, yes. Yes.
So we're just gonna hurry up, and I'm just gonna say like
Mhm.
we just need, you know,
I'll throw the extra tarp over the TNT. Oh, it's not TNT. it's
Stuff
the
for the
stakes.
night.
It's
Black
gunpowder.
powder.
Yeah.
black powder.
Yeah.
I asked for lodgings for 4 people, food to be ready within the half hour,
We'll keep the
And-
mansion going. There's probably more than 4
and
rooms in
basically
here.
just start giving her orders as if I were giving orders to a corporal or somebody else like that.
Okay. Well, she bows to you and says, of course, we are the cook is preparing dinner. I will alert him to make sure he provides enough.
If I can get a chance to talk to her, if I can, if he hasn't sent her off that quickly,
Duck.
I will let her know. I have some skill as a nurse and healer. If you have any people within who are ill, please let me know.
And says, "Oh yes, we do have a few injured people here. They're being kept in the in the upstairs. I will send someone down to fetch you. And we also have a chapel in the back of the manor house.
Thank you.
Shows you it's in the basement, but it's not actually in the basement because it's on a hill and it's actually
Yeah.
open. So
So it's actually really pretty and scenic for the family to use.
exactly right. And she hastens to tell you it's in the basement, but it's a really nice basement.
I'll be the judge of that. No.
All right, so she runs off, and then a young woman who kind of looks a little like her, might be her daughter. She comes out, and she says that she will take you to rooms. She apologizes that she has no. All of the footmen have left, so she has no way of carrying your things.
We need no one to carry our things.
I will assist you, sister.
And she curtsies, and then leads you in, and it's okay. There's you're basically in a giant circular courtyard.
That's what I
Yeah.
Kind of like I drew kind of a picture.
Okay.
You basically ride in here like this, and there's big, huge open doors. There's sort of an entryway, and one way leads to a dining room, the other one leads to a ballroom.
Cool.
And they kind of take you around and through this door, and then you take you upstairs.
Okay.
Do you want to show the screen? Or?
Yeah, you show that
Oh,
to the camera.
I don't know if they'll see
I don't
it.
think they'll see squat. Okay, never mind.
No, they ain't gonna see shit.
Okay.
And then upstairs, basically,
Trying to
there's-
fill in for Kimmy.
There's
It's
a
a
whole
hard
bunch.
job to
There's
do.
a whole bunch of rooms, and they since you're like they assume you're ranking,
Yep.
They take you to the Lord's chamber,
Damn right.
and they put you in each of you basically have your own rooms. And these
Yeah.
are really nice. These are like guests of the Lord.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah.
right.
And they're probably like 12 by 12, maybe a little bit bigger than that. They all have the
Shutters.
oh yeah, all the windows are shuttered and beautiful
Actual
beds with
glass in the
canopies.
windows.
Yes. Yeah.
Far nicer than is necessary at all.
Yeah, it's probably also the only accommodations they have, unless you want to go and stay in where the help stays, which is another reason. So, and they tell you that she tells you that the cook said it will be approximately an hour, and we'll have dinner in the grand dining room.
I have asked for a bath to be drawn.
Oh, I will take care of that immediately.
I offered to see to those who are injured to see if I can help.
And she takes you basically to the other wing, we're on that side, and there's 3 rooms. The doors are left open, and she says two of them had suffered wounds in one of the battles, and the third one has some sort of illness. We're not sure what it is.
I'm gonna go with the sister just in case they need my services after hers.
Okay.
Or before.
Or before.
Man,
I have a little bit of first aid.
You have no faith in her healing ability is what's going on. She's gonna fuck it up. So I'm just gonna bless him real quick. It's cool, man. Yeah.
A little blessing can go a long ways, and I'm sure the sister doesn't mind a little assistance.
And a blessing isn't last rites.
Yeah.
It's just part of last rites.
Yeah, it just
can
it's just
be a
the
part of.
precursor.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
he's
Doesn't
stronger,
have to
so
be.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just
I'm
an insurance
stronger, so-
I
policy.
can also be more of an orderly. I think I'm the strongest in the group. Yeah.
Yes. If I have to cut off somebody's limb, he can help hold them down.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And then
I've
forgive
had to
them
do
for
that
cussing.
before. Yes.
I'm gonna take care of the books, unwrap them, just make sure they're dry, and,
Okay.
and,
Yeah,
and
nothing-
then
As we go
Everything's
upstairs,
good.
I lean back and go, remember, you're not supposed to read those. Not till
Again?
after me.
again.
Now, are you going to leave those like downstairs? Or are you going to take them
In the
up?
room,
he's
up,
gonna-
up to the room.
up
I'm
to
gonna,
your
I'm
room.
gonna, I'm gonna make sure that no water seeped in while I was carrying him.
Okay.
And then I'll let the oilcloth sit out to dry, and then, or if I can dry them off, then I'll rewrap them and everything.
Okay.
Just gonna make sure that I take good care of them.
Okay.
All right.
You're supposed to let me read them after you're done, remember?
A young boy.
All right.
A young boy comes up and he says, "Would you like me to make a fire to dry the cloths?"
Oh yeah, you could make a fire. That'd be good.
And he sets the wood out,
Cool.
does his thing.
I'm so proud of you. You want to make the fire. Make the
You
fire.
couldn't do that. If it's gonna make you happy, you could make the fire.
On the day of my daughter's wedding, you come to me.
Ah.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, God.
So bad.
I never promised a good accent nor a good performance.
Nobody did.
Yeah.
No.
And
So-
and then an older gentleman, probably in his 20s, very tall. This is probably the butler, which is the head of the household staff.
Yeah.
He comes up and he's carrying buckets of water.
Ooh, you get 2 buckets. They must think you're important.
That's right. Damn right. I'm a little disappointed to see him. and actually, I'm gonna make that known.
Okay.
Yeah. Like that he
I'm
shouldn't
just
be
going to
here.
assume I've already gone to the other side of the building,
Yeah.
so I do
Yeah.
not
That's what I'm
see-
figuring. We're
Oh,
not
yeah,
seeing
he's all by
this part.
himself.
Yep.
Yeah, we figuring
I
this.
don't know what to do. All by myself.
Well, you guys are over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, you go
So
to
you
the,
get in trouble.
the first room.
Never leave Rob alone.
Austrian soldier, and he's got like a horrific gash, probably from chain rounds or something like that. That basically just kind of tore through his
He deserves it.
So he's got a countdown,
Let him
basically.
Yes.
see that.
Yes.
Okay. I'll
This
take care of. Yeah.
This is yours.
Yeah. So you got you.
You give him a.
You
I
know
basically
what
go
they're
down.
gonna
I
say to-
speak to him as best I can.
Guys, you can't have side conversations
Yeah.
because of mine.
I speak to him as best as I can, comfort him a bit, start going through the rites and try to calm him, because once you start reading somebody last rite, they usually are like, wait, no, I can make it. It's like, no, you but it's okay.
I'm not dead yet.
Exactly.
He is conscious.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, we are far enough in history that I might actually have access to opiates, so I can at least make it hurt less while he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're more like,
You probably have laudanum or something,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
And actually, you can what's the word I'm looking for? You can calm his respiratory system so much that he actually just dies on his own.
Yeah,
Like-
peacefully sleeps.
Yeah.
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 The last sleep.
Right.
I mean, I think it makes perfect sense to do laudanum and wine together because. Why
Yeah.
not?
Why not?
And they'll all drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yours is like 75, mine's 30. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can at least administer, you just got to give me the right stuff. Okay, so we do that and
Okay.
take care of him,
All right.
you know. I'll send one of the boys out and tell him as soon as this rain stops, start digging a grave.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously away from the poor guy that's dying.
Right.
I'm not a cruel
I'm sure they've
bastard.
got like their own private cemetery or something like that for the man.
Now, for an Austrian soldier, they'll probably bury him outside the cemetery, but they'll at least give him a decent grave.
He's a
Well,
dog.
this was kind of an Austrian holding before Napoleon came through.
It was.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's true.
If,
Yeah.
if he, gives his confession, he receives his last rites,
Right.
and he claims to be Catholic, he should be buried properly.
I tell him just dig a hole. The friar does not have a lot of faith in the Austrians. Okay.
All right. Okay, then you go to the next room.
Yeah.
So you're giving
Yeah,
last
I'm
rites.
giving last rites.
You go and check the next room.
Mhm.
And this is also an Austrian soldier. And this Austrian soldier just has like a bullet wound to the shoulder. But it looks like it might be festering a little bit.
Oh, I can fix that in a spectacularly painful fashion.
Okay.
Cauterizing iron?
I mean,
Cauterizing the
honestly, it's
wound?
like you lance it as much
Yeah.
as you can and you burn out the infection.
And
Yep.
there is no exit wound.
Ah,
Oh,
okay,
that's
so,
a problem.
Okay, so in other words, I'm digging out a bullet,
Yes.
so I do have to wait for you.
Okay. I take care of it, and I'll come back.
Okay.
And tell one of the. Well, the whole thing is, in all honesty, I'm trying to decide if
Well,
the.
it includes last confession. You don't know how busy he's been.
Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll
Oh,
be
no,
right back.
I mean, you can finish. It's fine. It's
Okay. Well, I don't know how long he's gonna take.
It's a busy.
He's a busy guy. So if you want to wait for me, then I'll sort him out, get his confession,
Okay.
give him the
Okay.
and close the eyes when they're done.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll come
Doesn't
over.
take very long because she gave him laudanum. so-
Yeah. Yeah. So then I come over. It's like, so what are we doing next, sister?
I think the bullet is still in his shoulder.
I think you were very right.
I think you'll have to hold him still.
All right. So I start by tying his feet together and then down to the bottom of the bed, so I don't have to worry about that half of him.
Okay.
And then I will go to the other side of the bed, grab the shoulder that's not messed up,
Okay.
and probably his ribs, and kneel down a little bit, not on him, but next to the
Okay.
bed to good pressure. And then the last thing I'll do is grab the arm that's at the end of the shoulder that's shot, pull it in, and tie it to his waist.
I mean, I'll pretty much tell you where that needs to be positioned so I can.
Oh,
get
okay.
there.
Well, I'll get a hold of it then instead of tying it in.
Yeah.
So, and then I prep and go. All right, I'm ready.
I'm gonna have you make a strength roll first.
Okay.
And if he makes the strength roll, which I think he probably
I got a
will,
52, so there's half a chance.
If he makes it, I'm gonna give
No.
you a bonus die. I'm not gonna give you a bonus die.
No, no bonus die. Sorry.
Are you sure you have not read Marquis de Sade?
If I'd read Marquis de Sade, I'd have stuck a finger in it.
Only with consent.
Only with consent. Yes.
So.
It'd be your first aid. Yeah.
Well, is it first aid? Oh, same number. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
75. 48. Wow.
That would very successful.
Yeah. Is it under your hat?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's under your half, it's a better success.
Right.
That's
If
also
it's
what
under
you
the
read.
third, then
That's
it's a
how
crit.
that's actually how you handle combat. Like if you're having a fist fight with someone in melee, the person you're fighting can take a maneuver called fight back. So even if it's your turn and you're attacking someone, you can actually end up taking damage from that exchange rather than dealing it to them. So it actually makes combat go just by a little faster, but
Okay.
you compare the degree by which you succeed, whether it's a regular success, a hard success, or extreme success. Okay, so so you guys are dressing and cauterizing and doing all your stuff there. He he draws your bath for you,
Yep.
and he says, normally it is customary that I bathe the lord of the house, and since you are in this room, I would offer my services.
See girl.
You are French.
I would like see young girl.
You're not
Kind
in
of-
that room.
He kind of raises
Not
his
saying a
eyebrows
word.
as, I see. And he nods and he leaves.
Merci. Merci beaucoup. Mercy buckets.
And then and he gets the fire going, and he asks you, he says, the daughter of the Lord was teaching me to read. If I brought my book, would you help?
Oh, of course. It's a very good thing to read. I teach you.
I will be right back. And he runs off. He's like 12.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, that's good.
So she comes up.
Wait till you see the book.
I allow her to bathe me.
Okay.
As the highest ranking French official around.
And she gets the
Only.
horsehair brush.
I like it. Fish taco. I use the safe word. Sorry. Tone.
Oh.
No, at some point while
Nearly
that's
impossible
happening,
for
it's
you.
probably when the guys have
Start
the
screaming.
bullet dug out, and the cauterizing and the screaming.
Oh,
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
you do hear screaming coming from down the hallway.
Oh, okay. I give her a look, like the raised eyebrow. Who was injured?
There are 3 soldiers in the other wing.
Soldiers.
Yes.
From where?
From, I don't understand.
From where? Are they French? Are they Italian?
No, they're Austrian.
Ugh!
Well, 2 are Austrian, 1 is French.
Keeps the French alive.
He's sick. We don't know what he has.
Send word to those helping. Tell them the Austrians die, they die. If she dies, she dies. Tell them, save the French. I will be out in due time.
She runs off, and
Okay.
you're just finishing up.
Mhm.
And she says, "The sergeant said that you are to save the French and let the Austrians die."
He can say that all he wants.
We do
We are
not
people
follow
of God.
his orders. We follow
We are
the
people
orders
of
of
God.
God.
Yeah. So,
I have done what he asked,
you have done gracefully. Thank you.
and she leaves.
Yeah.
So, so you go to the next. You go to the next room.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as you walk in the door, there is a very unnatural smell here. This is
Worse than the sergeant.
worse than this. Yes. Yeah. Well, the
So-
sergeant's actually doing all right now because he's getting a bath.
Yeah! Suck it, Trebek.
So it sounds like first order might actually be hold my breath and go open a window, even though
I-
at least crack it open enough to.
We may not want to open the window. We're on the 2nd floor.
I don't care.
Okay.
Crack it open enough that there's some fresh air coming in, because otherwise we can't. We'll just throw up on him instead of help him.
Yes, sister. Do as you need. That's fine.
He has.
Apparently, I'm the brute because I got the higher con and strength of everybody. I think. Oh no, you're a better con. Good.
What's your con?
70.
His is 70.
That's
Mine's only
pretty
49.
I'm a scholar.
Yeah, but you know,
Maybe
He
it's
would
not-
be-
BP, I exercise a lot.
Apparently,
you
he
know.
works out.
up and down the ladders and the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
there you
Oh
go,
yeah.
there you go.
Stacked.
His calves are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
But
carrying the books.
I
Yeah.
built the library by myself.
He's a lieutenant. His uniform isn't on him. It's like, but you can see it has lieutenant. In it.
is the smell coming from filth on him?
No,
Or-
he has some. It's in modern terms. He's got some kind of hemorrhagic fever.
So he's
got-
some odd, weird yellow-green type color.
Yes, he's yellow,
Uh-huh.
and he's got like pustules.
Uh-huh.
Basically
And
all
some of them
over
are
him.
broken.
Yes, and you're now also now starting to see a little
Blood tears.
blood coming out of his nose and his mouth, and a little bit coming out of his ears.
Yeah, I got squat for medicine, so this is on you.
God will protect us, or God will use this to save us from going to France.
I'd rather not go to France and still not die.
Or perhaps we will become carriers and take the disease to France.
Sister, you worry me sometimes.
Shit.
God moves in mysterious ways. If he wishes the French to die of a plague, I will serve him as needed.
No, she moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Different.
So do I roll medicine to like figure out how to try treating this, or if I just
You
like
can make a medicine roll with a bonus die, which means you'll use a second tens die, and you'll
so second one of those.
a second
Yes.
one of those,
Okay.
and you're gonna take the lower of the two,
Okay.
because this is real easy.
Okay.
32.
He's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
All you can do at this point is probably make him comfortable. You're not sure what disease this is.
But it has gone way.
Yes, and the probably, I mean, plagues happened. I mean, by this era,
Have we figured out?
Black Death has already gone through.
The Black Death kept going through every 50
Well,
years.
Yeah, it was cyclical.
Yeah.
and
There's plenty of other things that
even
have
if
been brought in, but
your
yeah.
character is not old enough to have remembered when it last time it came through, you might.
She's
You
seen
know, once you see
You're
bleeding
older than
from
me.
orifices,
Oh, but only by you.
it's done.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
at that point, that person's, well, you don't even know it's germs yet, but,
Yeah.
but no one has ever survived once they've reached that point.
Right.
You know
Is
that.
he mobile, active, up, or is he in
He's
bed just?
very feverish,
Okay.
very feverish, in a lot of discomfort. You can just tell by the way he's behaving, a huge amount of abdominal discomfort.
Laudanum time it is.
Okay.
No chances?
What you can do for him.
I'll do the rights.
Okay.
And I get down, hold him for her to apply laudanum because he may not willingly take it, and then
No, he doesn't even really realize you're there.
okay, and I do the thing.
If
Okay,
I
she does it.
get weird oozing things on me, I will go wash that off. I
Okay.
don't understand germs, but I don't want somebody else's.
It also stinks.
Yeah.
Yes. I will ask both of you. You do the last rites and then finish. And I will ask both of you to make a luck roll.
Luck roll.
Because that's all.
It's
Under 70.
My favorite roll in the game. When there's something wrong.
You fucked it up.
No, 6 points. I have 6 points I could take out of it.
I'm fine. I
You're
guess
35.
35 under 50. So.
Take away that shit. Unless you want.
Or I'll spend
Or is
6
this how
points
you?
of luck.
Is this how you want to bring vengeance to the French?
It is tempting, but
See,
I think instead I will go ahead and.
There's generally 3 things you're not allowed to use luck for.
Uh-huh.
Luck rolls is one of them. I'll
Oh.
let you use it though.
Oh, that's right.
Because this
Yeah,
is a
that's-
one shot.
No, well,
No, let's use it. The other,
it's a one shot. So if I
Right.
fail it, then okay, that's fine.
If you want to use it for this, you absolutely can. I will allow you to.
I think I want to be able to write a journal, so I'll take the 6 points out of my luck. I'll go down to 63.
Okay.
1,
Is that the
So
rules?
sure you're gonna live.
2.
The other 2 things you can't use it for is sanity checks
Uh-huh.
and combat
Okay.
rolls.
I'm down to 6.
So basically, it's for non-combat
Right.
stuff. For the most part.
All right.
Non-luck stuff.
Right.
And
so
not like
the boy we told to dig a grave, we told him there'll be a second one. Then
Yeah,
It's
I'll
gonna be 2.
and then when I see you washing your hands, I'm like, she's right.
It's like, I don't want to go to dinner with that on my hands.
Yeah, no, I don't want that tainting the food either.
Of course, they're washing their hands in the same basin of water.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right.
That the last 3 people washed their hands in. Yeah, of course. Been here all day.
Conveniently, this also gets the blood off my hands from what we did for the last person.
True. Yeah.
Winner, winner.
Yeah. Well, you didn't stink the last time, so it's just blood. You don't wipe it on your
Exactly.
hands.
All right. So you make it to you're teaching him. He's going through his lessons. He's still kind of in the words that are 1 or 2 letters
Yeah.
stage. He's in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
real
yeah.
early stages, but he has like a reader.
He didn't bring me like the Necronomicon primer.
No.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
fortunately, it's Italian, so you actually pronounce all the letters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like French, where you're like, what do these letters do? And
We just
Nothing.
assume.
Yeah, we just assumed.
But those letters are
But it's
implied.
but it's probably like
Burn that
a religious primer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Like a missalette or
Oh
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
more than likely.
So and then while you're doing that, the older housekeeper who was standing outside at the very when you
Beginning.
first arrived,
Yep.
she comes up. She says, "Dinner is going to be served in a few moments," and she says, "Dimitrio, leave the man alone." And then she
I'll say it's okay. I like to teach, share my knowledge.
oh, okay, bless you. And she says, "But dinner will be served shortly."
Okay.
Dimitrio.
We still got work to do.
Well, maybe not.
How is dinner gonna get served?
Yeah.
It would be wise
Uh-huh.
for you to offer confessions to the rest of the household. Perhaps do a mass tonight,
as it is possible, others have already been infected with the plague.
You're right, and it still makes me worry about you sometimes. But yes, we will do a mass tonight. I see no reason why not.
Okay. So and then
But
and
after
then comes
that, I am
to your room,
Mhm.
and he sort of raps on the door, or she,
Enchanté.
and she says, "Dinner is to be served in approximately 15 minutes. Would you like me to send the butler up to help you dress?"
No need. I am enlisted. Merci beaucoup.
Answers all the questions.
And leaves. Yeah.
no, it says something.
I head
in
down.
French, they
Okay.
constantly
I don't even.
ask for mercy.
Don't wait. I make sure they got the fire, but I'll make sure that nothing's next to it, and I'll just head on down.
That's a good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
House on fire.
Well, it was just the oilcloth that was drying, but I'll make sure that it's not on over it or anything. And,
Okay.
And of course the other stuff's
Yeah.
All right. And then she makes the rounds over to the wing that you guys are at, and lets you know that dinner's about to be served. And she says, "It appears that the soldier in the first room has expired.
He is with Coffin.
And she's indicating the second room with the Austrian in it. Is he well enough to eat?"
You can feed it. Oh, yes, sister?
He is well enough to eat.
In body, his soul may be tired. So perhaps something light.
Some soup.
See.
And a port wine, not a regular wine. Something hearty.
To give him strength.
To give him strength. Soup and port. Yeah, that's a good combo.
Sounds
It's
good
the
to
same
me.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. And they said he has not eaten since he arrived. They're talking about the French soldier with the plague.
And we look at him and go, he won't be eating ever again.
He,
Dig a second. Tell somebody to go dig a second hole. But they can wait till after dinner.
the two that were not,
Gracious.
the one who died, this one, they have been given their last rites.
Mm-hmm.
And she crosses herself.
Yep. And I go ahead and tell her that after dinner we will have a quick mass and I will hear confession.
Oh, thank you, Father. And then she leaves.
Friar, but
before
it's
she
a-
leaves, I would also suggest any bedding for him once he passes, burn it.
and not in the cooking fires.
Oh,
Thank you.
see.
Don't make that mistake.
Yeah. Taints the meat, man. Tastes weird.
Taint.
Honestly, wool stinks horribly when you burn it. You do
Yes.
not want to burn wool in your cooking fire.
Exactly.
That's not how you smoke meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you go down for dinner?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember to put clothes on first?
I have.
You are, after all,
He's enlisted.
enlisted.
I do. I don't have like the full uniform, but most of the garments. The jacket, no.
Indecent.
You do notice something in this room. There's like a sort of like a dressing stand thing.
Yeah.
And it looks like one of Napoleon's coats is here. Like he left it here?
I'm gonna put it with my pack.
Okay.
I do not deign to wear it. However, he may want it back at some point.
Okay.
I will keep it safe for him in Perry.
Okay. All right. So you go down to dinner, and it's a grand dining room. I mean, there's like
That means we're all 17 feet apart.
Yeah.
It's sort of like
Pass the salt.
it's like a U-shaped table.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like a raised section here for the lord and lady, and then there's seating all around on the inside, or probably all on the outside. The inside. Is
And for some reason, the three of us are all at one end over here, and he's in the big chair.
No, I think it would make sense for all of us to be in like that sort of raised section, like right in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't actually say that, I will probably head for the tail end of the U in one of the most modest seats.
Come, sister, join us.
It would not be proper.
What is proper?
Something you know nothing about.
I am enlisted.
And the friars are sitting there going, oh,
Come. We are traveling companions.
sister, it will be easier to talk.
We can discuss.
So I understand your concern.
We can discuss the medicinal rites that you placed upon
We have a long journey.
the fellow
We have a
Frenchman.
Journey in peace.
Th-
I
this
kind of
is
say
true.
this to the side. We
I
have a long journey
can
with journey in
tell
peace.
you quite a bit about that. Over the course of dinner, I'm going to detail the plague of which he is dying
Okay. All right.
in great depth.
Oh no, I'm sure before we left he died, and
I mean, probably, but
yeah.
Matters not to me. I am enlisted.
yes.
My compatriots have turned into roast beef in front of my eyes.
Friar's like,
I toast.
Done
I'm
yet?
gonna try to eat here. You know,
Do you have
I
no
didn't do
respect?
nothing.
Do you have no respect for those who will never eat again? She has no problem eating.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, respect don't have nothing to do with eating right now. So maybe cut the chit chat on the disgusting stuff, huh?
So what is dinner?
Yeah.
It starts out with they bring out some breads and soup first, and after soup they have chicken, and then with some sort of like roasted vegetables,
What-
mostly brewed vegetables.
What day of the week is it?
Probably like a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, that's fine.
And then
You were suspicious for Friday.
If it was Friday, I would have had to skip the meat courses.
yeah.
and then they bring out duck.
See, I told you it was Doug.
So if one of the courses is particularly well done, I will say I will respect the duck in front of us and stop discussing it for this course.
I'm gonna eat it really fast.
I do multiple toasts. Like as each one comes out, like I toast Napoleon.
Oops,
I
I didn't
toast
drink.
France.
No, you
I
did.
toast the Avignon papacy, which never should have ended. I toast, but I also toast the memory of the French lieutenant.
And you're finishing a glass each toast, right?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
man.
Okay.
Like,
I'm hoarding all of my food until she shuts up.
Okay.
And then once I'm like, okay, she's
Duck.
done. Like fucking Cookie Monster.
Okay.
What was your
Giovanni or Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo, you eat too fast, you won't be able to digest it. Right.
Better than the throwing up when we're trying to eat it, eh? She says the nasty things
What's
at the
your
dinner
medicine,
table.
out of curiosity?
It's glorious.
It's like
36.
36. Come on, we both went to medical school. We know the anatomy.
I slept through most of that. Not give me a much.
How did you sleep through the smell?
Right. A little trick. You get the chemical and it burns out the sense for a little bit.
For a minute, I thought he was saying he put garlic up his nose.
That's kind of what he
What he
did.
did. Yeah, that's kind of what he just said. Chemical, you mean garlic. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Italian.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm actually going to ask for the name of the French lieutenant so I can write it down so we know, we can track where that person died and stuff for the Grand Archives.
Well, if it was in his clothes, they got burned.
No, we would have found out what it was because you probably would have wanted it. For
I would have
last
needed
night.
it for
Yeah.
the last right,
Yeah.
so.
Louis Demorange. Morange.
Ranch.
I was just going to spell demoron.
I mean, you know,
Well, that's just James is not being able to spell French names.
Of
It has
the
nothing to-
Bayou de Morange? Of the Bayou de Morange?
Right.
The family around the city of Bayou?
Yes.
Okay. Put the
Ah.
no, down there.
Yeah.
A good family, a good Catholic family.
I like those.
Very pious. He is with God. Of course he is.
Oh,
He
okay.
is French.
Thank you.
And also from what he said, there's probably a GE in that one.
Louis de Morange. God, I love butchering this language. Fuck, man.
It's like meringue,
I got a
but
little
different.
chubby. Like, it's not good.
I was wondering what that sound was.
That was not me.
Oh, wait, that
no.
was me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was.
Yeah.
Just ask my wife.
That was his wife.
Silence your phone.
Oh, yeah, it's my ringtone.
Yeah.
It's a screaming goat.
Yeah.
Goats are intrinsically funny, and screaming goats
They
are
are.
hilarious.
They are.
Oh, I
Fainting
thought that
goes
was
to
the
my
sound your
favorite.
daughter made when you turned off the internet.
Yes. That was actually my son calling, but he's
Yeah.
at his mother's house, so I know he's whatever he needs to ask me. Probably has to do with buying a video game. So anyway,
Okay.
Yes, Dad, can I purchase a Steam? It's on sale.
The answer always no.
so at the last
The Last Supper?
no the last course.
We are on the same side of the table.
Yeah. It's amazing. Giancarlo looks like Jesus.
all do
I don't
the art.
I finally I gave up. I just put some bread in my ears.
fucking silent, dude. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Just tell him
Okay.
to text me. Text you.
I-
Text me.
Well, yeah, if my laptop was linked to it, I would. But it's on Mac.
I can't take it, the talk.
Okay.
And I put bread in my ears and just jam it in there so I can keep eating.
Okay. All right. The
And I just smile and nod every time sorry. Eh?
Hey.
Okay. And then the chef brings out a platter with cakes
Oh, cool.
for dessert.
I will get up and I will applaud him because I think he's done a fantastic job. And I thank him very much for his generosity and skill.
I don't know what's going on, but because he stood up and applauded, I stand up.
And he bows to you and he says, in perfect French, I must say, it is a pleasure to have one of my countrymen here enjoying my art. The Italians do not enjoy it or appreciate it as much.
Would you like to escape this hellhole?
We enjoy it quite well. Thank you.
I thank you.
We thank you.
Would you like to escape this hellhole? We are leaving on the morrow.
Where are you? To where?
À Paris.
To walk the streets of Paris again.
See Notre Dame.
At this point in history, Notre Dame's a shithole.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No
Whatever.
Champs-Élysées, no
It's,
nothing.
it's
Yeah.
Our Lady. Like our mother. That's all that matters.
If it would not be too much trouble,
Oui.
I would very much like to.
We have room.
Very
One of the fat ones does not need to ride.
You realize you're probably as fast as the right?
Not really.
No?
I don't know. I don't know what's fat.
Yeah.
What stat is fat?
Yeah.
Probably size would be the closest.
I'm only 60.
65.
Yeah, Tobos.
Size? Oh.
You win.
It's
Yeah, I
also,
am.
Yeah,
it's
but
also-
mine's height.
It's also height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like what? Okay, yeah, because Friar Tuck was known as a svelte gentleman. Like any good friar I've seen has been rounded. You are rotund.
We do
sir.
pillows so that nobody understands that we're actually stacked.
Right.
Lies,
I've
lies,
got
lies,
Adam's
lies,
ribs
yeah.
under here, man.
You got a 12 pack.
I
It's
got
a
it.
K.
Good.
Honestly, running that strength, you maybe do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So he brings out cakes.
And then, so I asked him if he's going to come with us tomorrow. Did
Yes.
he pack up as much good food as we can have on the
You
journey?
do realize you are, to a certain degree, taking Napoleon's chef if he comes back this way. All right.
It will refresh.
Chefs don't respawn if you leave the kitchen alone.
By your logic. Not the logic of an enlisted man who lives on his stomach.
Okay.
He just
And
got
he says, I can bring food enough for the journey, I believe, but I cannot leave the household to starve.
No. Just some extra would be nice.
Sister Maria does not partake of the cakes because that would be just sinful indulgence.
Okay.
The fur, however, doesn't mind a little bit.
And they're delicious, and there's like a fruit filling,
Oh,
like berries.
that's so good.
Can we larp that part, please? Did you bring the stuff so we can larp that part?
That'd be all
I'd have
Friday.
preferred the
All
brisket,
Friday night
but-
games from now on have to have desserts that are large.
Right.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, every game that'll be a theme. Every game has to have a dessert
Theme.
and then the dessert has to be.
So let it be written, so let it
Let
be
it be
done. Code of the West, if you say it, you got to do it. So at that point, I'll start regaling people with the glory of French Catholicism once again on our way to depart. Oh,
And I look at him and go,
Are we gonna do
good,
mass?
then we're going to do mass.
Ah,
Little midnight mass.
Buenos
Anyways.
noches. I don't know what's good in France. Sorry. Très bon?
Sure.
C'est bon.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah. So I basically, I will,
Bien.
Et tu?
Bien is generally Spanish, but it could also be Italian or French because they're all Romance languages. Okay.
That's
I
fine.
have.
Louis Bien is Spanish.
I took French for 5 years and I spent a long time trying to forget it.
Okay, no worries. Well, that would make sense. So I'll bring everybody down to the nice altar.
Okay.
Have all the staff show up.
Yeah, basically you
I mean, between dinner and midnight mass, I probably had to pray at least one other time.
there's two entrances to the chapel. One is through a stairway in the ballroom that leads down to it.
Yep.
And the other one is from the outside. They take you to the ballroom and
Right.
go down in. It's a nice chapel. It's almost as big as the grand ballroom.
Oh wow.
Oh,
cool.
So I mean, it's not just like a private little
Right.
family chapel. It's probably the chapel that's
So
used.
I tell the staff, the couple folks upstairs that need to take care of the sick, I will do a mass after this for them,
Okay.
so that I can also do it for the soldiers. And we'll go through I'm not going to do the full. I mean, I'm going to do the weeknight type mass.
The Navy,
Okay.
the Navy mass, 30
yeah.
minutes. You're
Yeah, Navy mass, 30 minutes.
So one reading, not two.
Yeah.
Short sermon.
Short sermon
Okay.
about loving thy neighbor, loving God, all that kind of fun stuff.
Okay.
Make it real nice and let him do his bits.
I'll say.
Yeah.
You would have no bits. He's a soldier, not a priest.
No, I meant as far as mouthing off about the French Catholics. So, and just letting it go, and then do the mass,
Okay.
complete it, and then I will go ahead and go upstairs, and I'll just take each room so the soldiers don't have to be moved. Have the staff kind of help me with a little bit, and afterwards, after both masses, I'll go. If anyone needs a confession, I'll start with the wounded, and then I'll go downstairs and take them one at a time in the library.
Okay. So you're downstairs, and it looks like most of the household comes for the mass. It almost looks like they're accustomed to doing that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And
so.
so you finish the mass and go back upstairs to where the soldiers are, and the one with the plague has expired, and the Austrian one that you had just worked on, he's also dead.
3 for 3, guys. Good job.
I sent one of the staff for the sister,
Okay.
and it's like, I'm sorry, sister. I guess he was worse off than you thought.
Perhaps it was simply the will of God. Although I will also look and make sure he didn't
Get stabbed.
choke to death or have a death not expected from having an infected wound.
A new wound.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
no,
the infection looks like it had just started. I mean, it was like just starting to get a little red around. It wasn't like it was festering or anything like that yet.
Right.
likely hadn't spread to the heart.
No way. I mean, there weren't even like veins coming off of it or anything like that yet. It was just inflammation, really.
If it was modern, I'd say, did you forget some of the bullet, maybe, but we wouldn't know that this era.
I mean, is there signs of bleeding? Had I nicked anything where he
Make
went
us
out?
make a spot hidden roll.
Okay. That's
Did you grab 2 singles or a 10 and a single? Oh, there you go.
That's
Cool.
actually one of my better ones.
If you want to do
I
this.
do that.
Okay.
There you go.
There is a small amount of blood on the sheet beneath him that you did not notice before.
directly under the wound, or in a different spot?
No, it's more like coming out from around here. He was shot way over here, but you see there's like blood like staining the sheet.
I will check to see exactly what it's leaking from.
Okay. You kind of turn him over, and there is it looks like it's cut into him, probably with a knife, very fine point. The incisions themselves are not very wide, but they're deep. They're probably about that deep. Yeah, and it looks like they must have hit a couple of veins or something, but it's kind of not quite in the small of his back. It's sort of like in midsection, but they are rather deep. They're deep incisions.
So deep enough that when coupled with the weakness he already had, and the fact that he probably had a small amount of laudanum to help with the pain, just all combined.
Right.
If you were to describe that shape for the people at home, Stu.
If you've been following along in the Call of Cthulhu game, it's the yellow sign.
Thank you.
And if I had to describe it, I would say it looks like a little bit like a question mark. I didn't really draw it very well because I'm not a really good drawer. It looks like a question mark coming out of a jar. That's how I could
You
best.
just drew something completely different.
Yeah, that's because
Mildly, yeah.
I said I'm not a good drawer.
You need to be
It's
able
okay.
to. You need to be able to pop stuff up onto the screen.
I know.
You know?
I know, but that's a
Fonts
different
and
computer screen.
Yeah.
I don't know
I'm
if I got a
trying,
picture of it
folks.
in here.
So it kind of looks like there's
Amateurs.
a question mark involved. In,
So I do have 55 in occult. Is there any chance I might be able to recognize some element of that?
Yes.
All right, so let me see if I can get
Roll
it
that
under
shit.
37. So not quite half, but I did make it.
Okay. You have probably. Oh, you know what? I actually
I'm a friar, man. I
I think I
understand.
have a picture. That is more what it looks like right there.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
I can.
So it's kind of a mirrored question
Yeah,
mark with an
okay.
extra.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. So with the 37, do I have any recollection of it?
You have seen this before. You have seen this in this region of Italy before. Not very, very recently, but there have been there have been some livestock who've had it carved into them that have been found dead, and at least one person that you know of.
What do I know of the mark?
And it doesn't-
Anything about its history or knowledge? Or
How
name?
much did you make it by?
I'm 37 under 55. So
Under 55.
about 18-ish.
Okay. It is in some of the texts. In fact, some of the texts that you guys are carrying with you, and you may be familiar with those. But some of those texts, the text specifically it's in is a very old text, and it's simply drawn in there. It's not explained. It's not like this is the symbol.
But which book was it in? Was it in one of the more heretical books or one of the more
The Bible.
historical books?
Totally the Bible.
Absolutely in the Bible, yeah.
That's-
The one with the yellow on the spine, yeah.
Et sanguis e vetera.
The blood of life,
The blood of the veterans,
the blood of the veterans.
of which also could translate as the blood of the old ones.
Oh.
I mean, Old Ones has no deeper meaning in Call of
Not
Cthulhu,
right, not yet.
No. Okay.
No.
Yeah, not unless you got mythos, and I don't have mythos.
I
I will
will-
state that out loud.
Yeah.
I do not have any mythos
I
yet.
will actually ask
I don't
two
even
more
know what
questions.
mythos is.
One, does this cut
I don't
look
see that
new?
skill.
Pardon?
Does this cut look new? Like it happened
Oh,
since I
there.
checked?
Very fresh. It's still oozing.
Okay.
There's no clotting whatsoever.
To the point where I think there may have also been poison on the blade.
Make a medicine roll.
Well, you do that. I'm going to yell out, what, Giuliano?
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo!
Not by a lot, but I mean.
Bring me the book on Vitae. Blood of the soldiers. Blood of the veterans.
59, you said?
Oh
Blood of
yeah,
the old
I,
ones.
oh yeah, I got this one in my room. I'll bring it.
Please, hurry.
You do notice that there is some discoloration, and you kind of go down and smell, and there's a sort of bitter almond smell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it. What do you want to look at it?
And I roll the guy farther. It's like, that's this symbol. It's in that book.
Oh yeah.
Check it.
Yeah. Okay, so it's right here. What do you want to know?
What section is it in?
It isn't what you probably haven't read the book because you don't have the mythos skill.
Right.
You'd have to read it.
Is
You
it in a
just-
language that I
Okay.
can read?
It's in Latin.
Oh, it's in
All right,
Latin.
let's read the book.
Were there almonds in anything we had for dinner?
I can't imagine Italy that time frame. And what season is it?
This would have been spring.
Yeah, maybe.
But
There
did
might have
anything-
been.
did
There
anything
could have been some.
particularly taste of almonds?
Not likely. No, almonds are more. Summer.
Maybe in the
An
cave.
almond
Summer?
tree.
Oh, I didn't have those.
You would know then. So no.
Yeah.
They're all
Okay.
just green and shit. Yeah.
Sister, I'm pretty sure this man was killed.
I'm reading, by the way, while this is
Okay.
happening. I just said,
Okay.
well,
Okay.
since this is relevant, I'm going to read the relevant section. But if it's clear that there's information that I'm not understanding, I'll just go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
This mark has been found on mutilated animals and some men in this region.
So you're saying it is the work of the French?
The only one that we have was either in a tub, at dinner, or at mass with us.
There was time between dinner and the mass, and I would guess this man has been dead for a very short amount of time.
Dice are really clacking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, bad table habit. Sorry. I will put them down.
Normally I wouldn't even notice, but I'm wearing
Yeah.
headphones. So
Yeah. My bad. Sorry, audience.
Oh, I'm in there now, so I can see what's going on. Can I make a medicine roll as well? To
But the wound is poisoned.
21 by 15.
Okay. It is. You're basically going to be confirming what she knows. It is a fresh wound.
Yeah.
And it does have sort of the some of the markings that there may have been poison on the blade.
Oh, okay.
There's some discoloration and there's a kind of familiar smell. So it kind of smells a little bit like almonds. A little like the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, kind of like the cake.
Kind of like the cake. Because the cake had sort of like an almond sort of paste mixed with the berries and things.
Okay, I'm gonna be like marzipan.
Yeah, marzipan, exactly. Yes, that's the term I was trying to think
Oh.
of.
Does he actually?
I'm gonna go find the sergeant.
Okay.
I'm trying to convince the young girl that Paris is the place she used to be. Entree, s'il vous plaît.
Hey, sergeant, I got we had a weird thing happen. One of the guys, the soldier, he died with a weird thing carved in him, and there's a smell in there, kind of like the cakes we ate, which you were talking to the cook guy, huh?
Austrian or French soldier?
The Austrian.
The Austrian.
He deserved it. It's a dog.
Okay, I just thought it kind of funny. Somebody gonna want to kill him after we try to heal him up.
Any good citizen of France should have killed him.
Okay. And I leave.
Do you come tell us what he said?
Yes, that's what I asked.
Oh,
What did he say?
you asked. Oh, he said any good citizen of France to kill him.
Did you
So-
explain to him that they would have done this before we showed up, since they've been taking care of him for so long?
No. Maybe you go tell him. I'll keep reading.
Or does that mean that he found the time to come in and commit this murder?
Well, maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm
killing
open.
prisoners is against the rules of war. We do follow the rules of war, even from the French. Is there any way I could do a spot hidden, try to figure out what type of blade did the damage?
Sure.
Okay, let me see if I can do that. I've got a 50.
Yeah, I
No,
like
you
that.
can do that, yeah.
36 under 50.
Oh.
So made it by 14.
It looks like whatever kind of blade it was extremely sharp.
And extremely short.
Well, it's hard. That's kind of hard to tell.
You said it was deep earlier.
Well,
3/8 of an inch.
Yeah,
deep,
like-
which is why I'm
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
scalpel type thing.
I mean, it.
Because that's what I'm thinking
It,
personally.
I mean, it's probably not a scalpel because the wound seems to be spread a little more than you would expect.
Okay.
So it's probably some kind of knife but it was extremely sharp. Whatever.
Extremely sharp, like pen knife or small cutting knife or carving knife.
Probably not like a sword based on
No.
control.
Right,
Of the
or a large knife, a big old Bowie-sized knife. Right?
Clearly a cleaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
it was a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Chisel.
probably no longer than
Okay.
something like that. Not blade. I'm talking about.
I share this information with the sister. It was a very short blade of some kind that gave them a lot of control to carve this, but it wasn't what we would normally use as a surgical instrument because the cut is a little bit misshapen.
See, a scalpel would cut much more clearly.
Yes, because you want to be able to close the wound. The intent was never to reclose the wound.
But if the sergeant says any good Frenchman would do such a thing, then I will assume there's no such thing as a truly good Frenchman in the eyes of the Lord, and the sergeant doesn't.
And I also don't think the French have that good a set of knives. So we need to look around. Like cooks have very good carving knives with the skills and artiste of cooking.
Was the cook at mass?
Do I remember the cook at mass?
Everyone that you've met was at mass.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone attended that wasn't up here. Who did we leave? Which staff did we leave to attend the sick that I came up and did mass for them
did
separate?
any of the staff stay together?
Everyone was at mass.
Okay.
They were just like, if
So
God
they
wants
left-
them to die right now, then they'll die.
Right, yeah. This is not our primary mission, but it's definitely a mystery we're solving. I know our sergeant doesn't care about non-French lives, but he was a human being.
The sergeant?
That points to your sister. But this one was a human being at one time.
What's your education?
80.
Roll it, please.
Don't fuck up.
He did
Like a boss!
Yeah, he got.
18.
Oh, he
Out of
almost
80.
crit it. You almost crit it. You needed a 16 or
You
lower
only
crit.
16.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's an extreme. Crit is after extreme.
Oh, crit is
Oh,
after
crit is
extreme?
after extreme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was
So
it- Yeah.
he almost extremed
one.
it. He was
Yeah.
2 points away from extreme.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
'Cause I have
that's your
same
basically
education.
your comprehension.
Yeah.
I'm-
Of what I'm
You're supposed
reading.
to make your language roll, and I know I didn't give anyone the right languages, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming you have
Latin.
Yeah.
at your education.
But so that's how much I understand what I'm reading,
Yes.
basically.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The reality of what
Yeah.
you're reading.
Yeah.
Now roll your insanity.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Yeah. That's where I'm gonna have to use all of my luck points, probably. Be like,
Well, we're-
90,
You can't-
really?
You can't use it.
We can't do it for
Oh,
sanity
insanity,
checks.
that's right, that's right.
You only let me
Yeah.
do it the once for the luck. But
That's
yeah.
all right.
We're
someone
just,
shut.
We're seeing
Yeah.
him sitting there
Exactly.
reading, and if at some point he becomes a gibbering wreck, then perhaps we burn the book.
Really hate the idea of
Wouldn't it
burning.
be-
Or I've been poisoned, and I've gone crazy. Why would you burn a book? Why'd you make that correlation?
Yeah.
Somebody else has been cut up with a poisoned blade. I
And then
mean,
he's with possible demon symbols, and then he's reading a book about demon symbols.
How do you know it's demon symbol? Have you read the book?
Burn.
It's not in any good language.
Latin?
It's in Latin.
It's in Latin.
No, I mean the cut.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But it's in a book written in Latin. I mean, how bad could it be?
Oh, there are some books, but I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Lingua Latina.
But I think my education is high enough to know there are inappropriate books in the world.
Oh, yes, yes. So the 63,
No,
absolutely.
your education has nothing to do with that. That's just the religion.
Yeah, I was gonna say anything written in Arabic.
Yeah, my religion is 61.
I mean, let's be honest. I am a good, God-fearing woman, a proper servant of the church. If anything seems heretical or demonic, clearly the answer is burn it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I would say with that background, yeah.
Like Joan of Arc.
But the friar's like, we don't have to burn books. We just stop people from reading them.
Stop copying them.
Yeah, stop making copies and people won't read it. We're translating it out of Latin.
Or just spin it. Jesus.
So the basically the section you're reading is talking about whoever the author is, and you're not really clear. I mean, even looking through the front of the book, you don't really know who it is that wrote this book.
Is it all one style of writing, or is it different style, like maybe multiple people wrote it?
It is in one style.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like it was at least copied by the same person.
Oh, yeah, okay, okay.
And this is a handwritten text. This is not.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. And he is, whoever it is describing their travels through a city on the shore. And they're describing the buildings, and some of the buildings are shaped like pyramids. Some of the buildings look like they're like from the Middle Ages, like castles, or even like hovels and things like that. And it's all mixed around and jumbled. They describe some buildings that are as tall as mountains, some of which are small and slender and go up nearly as far as the eye can see. And
Clearly written by a madman.
yes, clearly. And in it, they're describing some of the people and some of the things they see, and some of them are in great detail. They describe something that
Worse than dinner with.
yes,
Okay.
yeah, but this is like the inhabitants of this place, and it seems to be a mixture. Some human, some very much not, some animal-like, some you don't even know how to describe it. And I would ask you to go ahead and make a sanity.
Oh, okay.
You're going to roll under your current sanity.
Yeah. I'll throw that here. Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, he made it.
I did.
You got a 38.
Yep,
Okay.
under 45. So.
Yep.
So take a point of sanity. Just lose
Off.
one.
Okay. How do you get sanity back?
Therapy.
Basically, the characters aren't fleshed out that much because we don't.
Oh, that's
It's not
true.
a
So it's
campaign.
just a one shot.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
But basically, you come up with things of significance to your character, possessions that are important to you, people who are important to you, and if you go spend time with stuff in your background, that is
Yeah.
one of the ways you can get your sanity back.
It's
Apart from-
reconnecting with reality, basically.
Yes.
Your reality.
Well, your reality.
Your anchors to
Yeah.
reality.
Okay. Cool.
cool.
But also, one of the things, if you lose enough sanity, the GM gets to take your background stuff and actually pervert it.
Right.
So
Oh,
this
rad.
person who
Yeah.
you trust implicitly, who you're a college professor or something.
Mentor. Yeah.
Now suddenly you suspect he might be part of a cult or something.
So it's
Yeah,
harder
trying to
regain
destroy
your
you.
sanity.
Yes.
Yeah.
The more you lose, the
Downward
har-
spiral.
Exactly.
That's
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
That's something they knew they added to
Mhm.
the set.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
cool.
It's cool.
So he and you kind of, even losing one sanity point leaves you.
Shaken.
Yes. It's like there's some sort of,
Something.
you have some kind of reaction, either a physical reaction or something just a momentary thing that where you basically just kind of lose control just for a second,
Yeah.
Like a little giggle sneaks out.
or something like that. I'll let you decide what that might.
Okay.
Because you're in the same room,
With us.
right?
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of like when you get hit on the button in a fight and you lock up and
Hit on the butt.
in a fight, if you get hit right in the perfect spot, you just kind of
Oh, okay, right.
and then. So I don't actually fall over,
Right.
but it's like the beginning of that. So my brain kind of has that same effect.
So your whole body kind of
It
stiffens.
just kind of, and the book drops, and
Whoa.
I kind of regain myself, and
Giancarlo.
I'm like looking around, kind of confused, trying to
Okay.
figure out what happened.
I come over there. You okay? What's the matter?
I don't know. I read the book.
Yeah.
It's got some crazy stuff in there.
Like,
Like it made me not feel so good.
like, okay, like what kind of crazy stuff not makes you feel so good?
Okay, like
You
so.
look like you're about to fall over, like somebody hit you in a button.
Yeah. So, fucking Steve. So
Language.
it's like
Listen to them now, otherwise it's rapping on.
I remember that from school. Eh?
Yeah.
So, like a weird city on a beach with like big pyramids but then little huts and a big castle, and it's
Like
crazy. Like I don't know, like and then big like
Naples?
buildings that go all the way up to the sky, like a
Naples
really
doesn't
big.
go that good. Yeah.
No, and then like weird creatures and stuff I
Like
never
the
seen
French?
before. No, like imagine that the French are normal people, and then really weird.
I don't think that can exist.
it's clearly not.
No, perhaps
Really,
it
it
is
was
Germans.
written by a madman.
The
clearly.
Gauls?
The Germans, the German states, the barbarians.
Oh yeah. No, they are extra hairy.
But yeah, just real weird stuff. It's a madman.
Anything to
madman
describe
writer.
the symbol or nothing?
I didn't get to that part because I didn't know enough yet.
Okay. Well, why don't you give the book a rest? I don't think it's going to have the answer we want.
Yeah, I think I need a glass of wine or something.
Yeah. Open the window a little
Yeah.
wider. Get some air.
Just be careful of things that taste of almond.
Why?
Because I believe it was cyanide used to kill the soldier.
Not marzipan? I mean, not to poison, but you know, if I have something like an almond, it could be marzipan, like the cakes.
It could be.
I don't think people put marzipan on murder weapons, though.
No, that's why it's not the murder. I'm saying if I taste it, it could be like just the marzipan, not a cyanide.
Or it could be cyanide mixed into the marzipan.
Oh,
Okay, sneaky.
very sneaky.
Yeah.
Underestimate the sneaky.
Yeah. I mean, the chef is French.
No more cakes for me, I guess.
Yeah, me neither. I think we should burn this body, not bury it.
The man, he did nothing wrong.
No, but someone did something wrong to him. And I'm hoping it's after his soul departed. But given the wound and everything else, in fact, we left him alive. And your skills are fairly good at keeping people alive that will live. So, yeah, I don't think a normal grave is going to work.
But it is a terrible thing to ensure that the man will not have a body in the next life when the dead return.
I think we can lose a couple.
Plus the Franciscans. Franciscans were very pragmatic.
Yes, exactly. I mean, if you surely object, I will give him last rites twice, and then we'll see what happens. But
He's the one for now and
we
one for the
burn
road.
we burn all the cattle that have the symbol on it. We've had to, because they if we put them in the ground, things not nice happen. Plants die, things like that.
I thought that help plants grow okay.
Normal corpses, yeah.
But like
Not the ones with
with the cyanide?
no. The symbol. The symbol
Can
I've
you-
seen before.
Can you perhaps burn it a little so perhaps the skeleton remains?
What if you just cut out the sign and you put that in a different burn place and then you bury the rest of the body, eh?
Well, we do that for tattoos. You feel good with the scalpel?
I can remove the corrupted part.
All right. Don't touch it though. This gives me bad feeling.
Right?
We carve out the symbol.
I mean, I think it's poisoned anyway. I do not wish to touch the poison.
Mm-hmm.
Make a your medicine roll again, but add a bonus die again. Because I mean, it's.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Rude.
She went double 90s.
I was like
But it's a 7.
97
Yeah.
97.
Yeah.
So okay, you're cutting it out.
and accidentally lick it.
Start to
You
eat
kind
it.
of pull the skin off, and like in like the muscle and like slightly subcutaneous tissue underneath it, the symbol's still there.
Oh, I must cut deeper.
Sister?
No,
That's deeper than the wound.
It seemed like it. I mean, you're.
You got a
It
good
was
chunk.
like here.
That's
That's,
6
how
inches.
deep you figured the wound was. You think you cut out about there? You cut
That's
out
only
about
what you tell your
half
wife.
again as much.
That's why she can't measure shit.
That's the wife, girlfriend.
well, perhaps the cut was deeper in some spot. Perhaps the blade was finer than you thought. Perhaps that is why it looked like.
You wish to try. I have a feeling you're going to be cutting a hole in the man.
I would prefer that when the Lord comes again, he will have a body with which to dance and celebrate.
But if it looks like Swiss cheese, does he really want to dance and celebrate?
Do you look at the skeletons that have been saved in the catacombs? I think a little flesh he can lose it.
He got the goals.
all right.
It does turn Russian.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
accent turns Russian all the
Yeah.
time.
Before you roll,
Uh-huh.
or hold on to that roll.
Yeah.
I picked it up.
She already picked it up,
Yeah.
and I didn't see all of them.
The slits, like one of them, as you're getting ready to, and you start cutting, one of them opens up and there's an eye looking at you, and it like literally an eyeball that turns and looks at you. Make a sanity check.
Holy shit, Batman.
Am I close enough to see,
Holy
or
bad
am
shit,
I
man.
just standing back
Yeah.
waiting for her
You
to?
might see it.
Do you want to make me make a spot hidden? If I
Sure.
make it,
Yeah.
I see it. If I don't,
Yes.
then I'm safe. Okay.
I'm safe,
Okay.
but
I'm
still,
safe too.
I'm still gonna scream
79.
and jump.
Shit.
I don't
I'm
see
still
shit.
gonna fucking scream and jump away from it though.
You make a. In this case, I'm going to have you make a intelligence roll.
Uh-huh.
If you fail your intelligence, you've come up with some crazy reason why this is not insane.
You lie to yourself convincingly.
Right. If you make your intelligence roll, you realize this is there is no explanation that is going to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is the roll you would want to miss if you want to not lose a bunch of sanity. You're gonna lose some sanity.
If you don't want it to get worse.
Right.
It's a tumor.
He says,
Not the tumor.
It could be a conjoined twin that lived inside of it. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Chimera. Freaking Chimera.
Wow. Conveniently, I have all kind. No, wait, shit. I put this in the wrong order.
Yeah.
God
58. You made it 200.
You made it. Okay, so you take a point of sanity.
Okay. Well, like I said, jump back, scream. That's not
Right.
okay.
Okay, so she jumps back and screams. You hear the scream from wherever it is you are.
It's a very girly shriek.
It's kind of blood curdling. So you didn't see it at all, right?
I didn't. No, I got 79.
Do you want to make a spot hidden to see if you happen to notice it?
No, I'm like chilling out over by the
Yeah,
window.
he was over by the window because
Yeah.
he had had
but,
that.
but as soon as that happens, I'm gonna be like,
Whoa,
what's going on, eh? You don't look at the book, eh?
No.
sister?
What's going on?
There's corruption within the body. I agree. We will burn it.
Okay, if you're this seriously convinced, I'm not gonna bother looking, and I roll the sheet. I'm just gonna. Okay.
As he starts rolling the sheet, I throw the bits of flesh in.
When you look back, it's not there.
Of course not. I blinked.
Wait.
At
Winked
this
it.
point, I will come running down
Do you have pants on?
in the long
Doesn't matter.
underwear
Okay.
of of the time.
Sure.
But with my musket and bayonet,
Okay.
like screaming in French, like where are they coming from? Are we under attack? What is the problem? I will kill them all and let God sort them out.
Vive la France.
Yeah, the French will reign forever.
You don't have to run that far.
Yeah. No, but he does talk that fast.
We say it quickly.
Yeah. Calm, Sergeant. Calm. The
That is
sister.
not a scream that deems calm.
No, but the sister saw something, and we're pretty sure we just need to burn it.
It's okay. It's just the Austrian.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the Austrian. You don't.
why are they not burned already? They have no place in heaven.
There's rain outside.
Burn them with under the covering,
Where the black powder is.
other covering.
Where the smoke will blow back into the building.
No, they're just raining.
Do not understand how smoke works.
Or wind. Okay.
Matters not. Austrians matter not. Why I have screamed when I have seen some Austrians, but usually they've been attacking, never when dead. Why would you scream?
There's
At a dead
corruption
Austrian.
in the wound. I was caught off guard.
Yes. So, we're going to wrap it in the blankets of the bed.
Okay.
We're going to wrap the sheets over the blankets
This
of the
is
bed.
why
We're
there are
just
no
pulling
women
it
in
all
the
up.
army.
There probably were.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
There probably were. At least some.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that she's willing to just brush it off that quickly, though, after what she was talking about at dinner, I don't know. Maybe that would spark something in your mind.
I didn't hear much of what you said at dinner. I had
Because you
bread in my
abused the
ears.
bread.
I mean,
She
up
got-
to
I
you if that
call-
crosses your mind.
I call the staff. I tell them to bring the most horrible carpet they've got. Bring it in here. Take everything we wrapped, and I'm going to make them grab the last of it, put it on the carpet, roll it up in the carpet, and then have 2 of them carry it out, 2 or 3 of them carry it out and tell them, don't get anything on you. We're taking it out back.
Is it plague?
No, that was the Frenchman.
Ugh, French do not get plague.
Oh, well, if you would like to go
Well,
get
if you'd
some
like to go
goodbye,
take a
he-
whiff.
If you'd like to go get some goodbye, he's in the next room.
I have already toasted him. He is gone.
Yeah. And I basically tell them I want the same done with the plague guy. I'd already wanted them burned, but I'm telling them find the second worst carpet, put that one in that one after you roll it. Basically telling them to make as much dry stuff around it, and I'm hoping the carpet will give me that last bit of dry, because by the time it gets wet, hopefully everything inside will be hot enough to keep it from, basically turn it into its own toaster
I close the
oven.
window.
So
We're not burning them in the house.
there are 2 plague victims.
Yes, the Frenchman was the first, and this Armenian,
Austrian.
Austrian, Armenian. Oh no. Too many A's!
I mean, there was, never mind. Too deep into religious history. We're not going to go there.
Yeah.
So, did they get the plague here? Like, do we have to burn down the house to stop the plague? What is...
He almost has a point if he knew how to make it, but we should check the staff.
See, I will speak with them, ask if there have been other plague victims in the area.
And sister, while this may be uncomfortable, we will need to inspect the staff.
See, if you have the medical knowledge, you will check the man.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I'm assuming the Franciscan knows how to burn bodies.
Yes.
Fire.
It is pouring outside.
Is there a shed you don't need? I'm asking this to the staff.
They said that most of the farmhouses are abandoned.
What's the closest farmhouse?
It's maybe 100 yards away. Not far.
Okay. I tell them to get at least 2 or 3 more people to bring lanterns, get some of the kerosene, and we're going to lose a farmhouse tonight.
No, the gunpowder would help burn.
No, but spread all the bits. I know how gunpowder works, sister. Trust me.
No. No.
Gunpowder
So-
is actually a very good accelerant.
I know it's an extremely good accelerant.
It's only explosive if it's in an enclosed space.
I'm about to enclose it up inside of a farmhouse.
That's not the right kind of enclosed
That
enclosure.
is Napoleon's gunpowder, not yours.
Do you wish Napoleon to have a plague?
Napoleon will not have plague. He's too good for it. You burn in the farmhouse. We are fine with normal fire. We do not need black powder.
I will go into the farmhouse with them, put them somewhere, and basically build the equivalent of a wooden kiln style, basically something that will keep all the heat in.
Okay.
And then I will use the kerosene on the blankets inside the carpets to try to keep the heat very focused and let it just keep burning. And I will have, we'll find some of the fireplace festoon or the things that blow the
Yeah.
forget bellows. Thank you.
Bellows.
Bellows. That's the word. I was going to call them festoons. Get some of the bellows and get it started and going really hot, and then get everybody out.
Okay.
And from the doorway, I will give them both one last shot at last rites, and then book it for the main house.
Okay.
And then I will watch from a vantage point like the porch or something, and make sure that the fire goes ripping hot inside of it.
Okay.
So while he's doing that part, I'll
Yeah.
be talking to people in the house, asking about if there have been plague victims, if there's been information about that,
Okay.
you know, any news on that if this is spread.
Are you
more in the
searching
area.
people as well?
I'm going to do that next. First, it's just info.
Gotcha.
They tell you that there has not been, they've had no reports of plague. The soldier wandered in. At first they thought he was injured. Otherwise they wouldn't have let him in. But then they realized after they sort of searched his body, they realized there were no wounds. So they figured he must have some sort of illness, and they set him in a bed. And at first he was eating, and then after a few days he stopped eating, and then he started showing very troublesome symptoms, which the
Yes.
older people recognized.
We will need to check the household to see if anybody else has been affected. The friar, he will check the men, but I can check the women.
And they, okay. And this is the woman you originally met. Her name is Daniela, by the way. They all have names. And
You
then,
named your NPCs?
They are not important. They are merely servants.
and there's only two women in the household staff. The other is Anna, who is her daughter, who is the younger girl who Rob's character forced to give him a bath.
So,
With consent.
so honestly, he might have noticed plague marks too on her.
Did it get that far? I don't think it would have gotten that far.
I don't know. I don't know.
It was
Did
mainly just a
You want to
bath.
roleplay it?
No, no, I don't. Not with you.
So Daniela's the
Anyone else?
mother.
Do you have a fan?
I don't have a fan. If I had a fan,
So Daniela was the
Anyone
mother,
else?
and then Anna was the daughter.
Yeah.
Anna.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll check both of them.
oh, I'm sorry. And there's a scullery maid, Alana, too.
Yeah.
So there's one, two. There's three. There's 3 men and 3 women.
So I will
And the boy.
check the women and also
He's one of
ask-
the he's 3
Alright.
males and 3 females.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, check
Okay.
check the women. Ask if they've had any of the lesser symptoms, fever or anything like that.
Okay.
Ask if they had any contact with the soldier.
All 3 of them.
Lieutenant de Morange.
De Meringue.
The
But
moron.
any other
moron.
symptoms, any signs of plague, any.
No, they don't, are you like searching them? I mean,
Yeah,
they don't
I-
have. They're not feverish or anything like that.
Okay. But I will also search them just in case, because sometimes you don't notice. It's like, yes, you have
A
a boil, but
blister.
it's in a spot where you can't see it.
Right.
You know?
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
gonna do a very immodest search.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
In private, so that
Right.
they're
Yeah, which is
modest
why I'm
is not-
checking the women
right.
and he's going to check
I'm
the
gonna go
Got it.
take the butler.
The butler, the boot boy, and the cook.
Okay, so the cook is, what was the French cook's name?
Pierre Clouet.
Almost. Well, why don't you just
Clouet.
Try it with the C.
Pierre Clouet.
Okay, and that was the cook.
And the boy is Demetrio.
Is he Daniela's son?
No,
Okay.
no, he's not related to anyone else.
Okay.
He's the boot boy.
All right, so he's used to seeing dirty feet.
And also
And-
taking them on and off.
Yeah. And the butler,
Filippo.
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 Oh, you named him.
Ticciara.
Ah.
Okay. So I will take them into a different room, explain what I'm doing, tell them that this is a necessity, I'm afraid. And basically get one of the screens and just take each one back one at a time, check him,
Okay.
let him put his clothes on, take the next one, boom, and just try to check to make sure I don't find any blisters, boils, odd spots,
Lumps.
lumps.
Fucking
Okay.
cuts.
Yeah, some
Symbols of.
cuts or symbols or tattoos. I will also be looking for those.
Okay.
Witch marks.
Because the part of me that is the Franciscan's like, one of these killed someone.
Third nipple.
Well.
Yeah, the third nipple I'm definitely checking for.
Or the extra pupil.
Yeah, the little extra pupil on the side. Yeah.
The demon eye.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make your spot hidden.
Okay.
Particularly hairy moles.
I'm going to give you a bonus die
Oh,
if you're
cool.
actually asking them to disrobe.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
It's that's why I've got the screen so they don't have to see each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that didn't do good. 78, so I did not make my spot hidden on it.
Okay.
But I didn't critically fail it either.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You find no.
Okay.
They look healthy.
Yeah. And I checked the woman the same
Same
way.
for you.
Yeah. So bonus die because I'm
Bonus die.
all right.
Ooh, you did better.
18, which
That does
is
not
not a super crazy crit, but it's under half.
Under half.
Yeah.
Good for you.
There is sort of on the inner thigh, closer to the knee, on Alana.
Ah.
She's the scullery maid.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds evil.
There is, you can see sort of like redness, and it is in the same pattern as that symbol. But it doesn't look like a scar or a tattoo. It looks like, almost like inflammation. Like, it literally looks like if I were to flick and
Right.
make a little bit of red.
Like if she'd been scratching, she was scratching that pattern.
It doesn't look scratched. It looks like, it almost looks like something coming from underneath.
herpes.
The corruption you saw before would spring immediately to mind.
I'm trying to think of a Cthulhu pun for herpes. I can't think of one.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
It's there.
Anyway.
It's there.
Pastor just keeps coming back.
I will say this Mark, it is concerning. She should be isolated to see what it develops. It could be simply she bruised herself oddly, but I am concerned.
And she said, but I feel fine.
That can be how it starts.
It's a nun. You have to listen to her.
She crosses herself.
I would suggest that you spend your time in prayer, hoping that God saves you from this plague or forgives you your sins if it takes you.
Okay. May I see the friar so that I can give my confession?
See, but put your clothes back on first.
Of course.
Missed it by that much.
6 inches.
Okay. So she gets dressed.
Okay.
If you guys come out, is there anyone else we need to kill to stop the plague?
Sister, did you find anything unusual?
There is a concerning mark on the skull you made.
Is it in a location that I may inspect?
As a truly pious man, perhaps not. As a man of the earth, it is.
I am in no need of lechery.
I could have taken a look. I got a little bit of medicine.
Does she need to die today?
Hopefully not.
I do not know if it is the plague or not.
If you would
What else
accompany
would it
us
be?
so that I may take a look at it, I would appreciate it, and then you can check and make sure that I do not do anything untoward.
She also wishes to give confession.
We can do that afterwards, because that is a private moment. So basically, I just asked her to show me just enough above the knee to where the thing is.
I just
The
asked
mark.
her to-
Hoist.
So, and I do it as quickly as possible. I don't physically touch her, but I do try to get a good idea. Does it look just like what was on?
No, it does not.
Does not.
No. If you're looking at it, it looks like that, and then all of a sudden, one section of it parts, and there's an eye staring at you. Give me a sanity roll, please.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, sanity roll. My sanity is
I'm
only
not looking at
35.
those friends, I'm keeping an eye on him, make sure.
Yes.
he
Right.
doesn't-
I offered.
Yeah.
Nope, did not make it. 49 above my 35.
What?
That's
Oh,
not
no,
good.
sanity.
No, I can't do
Sanity.
I can't do
yeah,
luck.
D6 plus 3.
That's a lot.
Ouch.
Oh! So that's 9, and that's more than I think the boundary for the.
Sweet number.
What is the boundary?
Well,
25?
No, it's like a quarter of your total or something like
what
that.
is your total?
My total is 35 right now, and I just took 9.
And that is
Oh,
that?
That's
That's-
exactly a quarter of what he had.
Just
a
over.
quarter.
It's a quarter, but not a fifth.
That's more than a
Would it
fifth.
be more
No,
than
no, you've
No,
lost
divide
more
by
than
5
a fifth.
is 7.
Oh, you lost more than a fifth.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
divide by 7. Yeah, that's a fifth.
You,
Divide by 5. That's
you
7.
need a
yeah.
fifth to keep going.
Yeah. Divide by 5. That's 7. So yes, I lost more than a fifth.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna go refill my water real quick,
All right.
because it's thirsty work. Does anybody else want water?
No,
I wouldn't mind one if you would.
So
Be so
so
kind.
where are you two while this is happening?
They're not in the room. It's me, the nun, and the
No,
scholar.
I
maid.
actually was planning on getting Demetrio and just continuing to teach him.
Okay.
At like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's 3?
Oh no, it's no. This is
Oh
like
no, wait, it was. It was
Yeah,
midnight
midnight
mass.
mass.
So I'm probably back asleep then, unless I was
It's
able
late.
to stay awake.
Oh, was it midnight mass that you did?
We
or
did
is
a
it
He said-
we did a midnight mass.
He said midnight mass.
Okay, all right.
So,
So
I
it's,
probably
it's
after,
probably 2 o'clock or
Yeah.
something.
But
yeah.
then
no.
we found the dead body and we
Woke
started.
everybody up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And that's
yeah,
when you
so-
started reading. You were
Yeah.
around.
Okay. So
Yeah.
at this point, I chilled out, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed at this point.
Right.
Okay. So you're asleep.
Yep.
Where are you?
I'm outside the examination rooms
Okay.
to determine whether or not I need to kill somebody.
Okay.
Or burn
That
the
has
place
the
to
plague.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a few problems.
Oh yeah. Remember, I was the one that was coaching chat on last episode about sanity.
Right.
So I am somewhat familiar that I am about to get hosed.
So you have two things.
Mm-hmm.
You have at 5 you have a temporary insanity, and you have an indefinite insanity, which can be cured at the level that you're currently at. But a few things happen.
All right. So I need to mark off the 9 first,
Mark up the 9.
which takes me down to 26.
Normally at this point, I would make some sort of background modification to your character. I'm going to say at this point that you are simply questioning. You're probably questioning your faith at some level or another, because you ain't never read nothing like this.
How could this possibly exist?
How can God allow something like this to happen?
Right.
Right.
Then you also have.
I'm gonna write a cool book when this is done.
Yeah, like Saint Augustine of Hippo.
Yeah, exactly. So I marked off my 9.
And I'm looking for the second section.
Why do you remember
Okay.
so much stuff? I mean, useless knowledge for the most part.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to let you decide what you're going to do. If she had not been there, we would fast forward to a
Right.
moment in the future
Right.
where your character
Wakes
regains
up.
consciousness, even though
Yes.
you weren't actually unconscious.
Right.
Or someone else walks in and finds you.
In the bloody mess of the scullery maid. Yeah.
Perhaps, right.
Yeah.
Maybe having hacked her leg off or something. So I'm going to let you decide what that
I
is.
think the first thing the friar is going to do is he's going to lock up and not move, and then the most rapid Latin mass starts gibbering out of his mouth, and then it starts converting, and he starts running it backwards.
Oh.
Because he's like, well, if it doesn't work forward, maybe it works backwards. If it doesn't work backwards, maybe I'm going to do it sideways. How do I do it sideways? Okay, if I do every word based on the first Bible, and then he starts going up and down
I'm
it,
gonna
and
slap him.
they're all the words
Just
of
slap
Mass
him to
in
try.
Latin in different orders.
So before you get anywhere down that rabbit hole,
Okay.
it's like you start doing the mass weird.
Yeah. Back of the head, front of the face. Which way you slap me?
Right to the face. Do I need to roll for that?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
All right.
I'll let her
I'm
hit
not
me because
going
I
for
can't
damage, I'm
move.
going for shock.
Roll damage, though.
Yeah. Roll your unarmed
Okay,
damage.
Damage bonus? No, I don't
Fuck
think
him
44
up.
get damage. So
It should be right there on combat, right?
Smack him up, flip him, run him
Oh.
down.
Roll a D3.
Oh no.
1d6.
Yeah,
1, 2,
yeah,
3, 4.
1, 2.
I have a D3, motherfuckers.
I
that
actually
would be
do
3.
2. That's a 3. Okay.
That's 2 points. You take 2 points. So she smacks you really hard across the side of the
Oh
head.
yeah.
I think it's that box.
I think it's 12, so 3
That's
takes,
D3.
No,
takes me down to 9, so I'm at 9.
So she smacks you in the side of the head really hard. However, you are still.
I think it
touched in
doesn't
the head.
stop him. I think he just keeps talking that way and looks at her, and the look in his eye is help. It's all wrong. Help. And that's all. The look in his eye is a pleading for help, and he keeps going in
It's
different
the,
directions.
I'm doing this
This-
and I don't know how to stop.
You know all the words that I'm saying because every one of them is mass, but they're in all different kinds of orders. He just starts taking them in orders and won't stop and is just staring at you, begging in his eyes.
I'm gonna run to the restroom. Go
Okay.
ahead. Keep going.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
He expects us to roleplay.
I'm sorry, I forgot your character's last name.
Mike Vincenzi.
Signore Vincenzi, can you stop him?
You can get me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What's going on?
The priest his mind is broken. Can
Friar.
you stop him?
His mind is broken.
Yes. I tried slapping him, it didn't work.
You want me to slap him, huh? Bigger, maybe hit harder.
If you think that is the solution, minds are not a thing I specialize in.
Oh,
But if you would
okay.
stop.
I'll take a look.
Mm-hmm. So you see him. He's like he knelt down. I'm assuming the scullery maid stand up and is hiding in a corner. And he's just the look in his eyes is pure. Help me! Oh my! By anything I understand, this isn't right. Help me! And you will probably recognize all the words are a word of mass in Latin in all kinds of orders. Occasionally going the normal way, and occasionally going backwards, and then changing around. And that's all he keeps doing.
All right, so Giancarlo walks up and Yeah, fire. And I know you're still talking, you're just rambling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you to help me out, eh? I gotta give a confession, but you gotta listen. Can you do that?
I think he just keeps rambling, and the look of help and right now
Yeah,
was
yeah.
kind of in his eyes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I need help, and you want me to work?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to focus up and do what you're supposed to do. This is your calling, eh?
Okay.
You gotta connect to God, and I'm gonna tell you things. You gotta listen, and you gotta give me some
Okay.
advice and tell me what I gotta do.
Okay. Let me talk to Stu, and he says.
All right.
All right, so I've been doing the thing. She called Giancarlo, and he came in and he says, I need you to listen. I need to do a confession. So what I would like to do, mechanics-wise, is maybe do, I don't know, a concentration or a willpower, maybe a power roll.
Okay.
And I want to shift from doing mass to what is it? Is it the rosary prayer that you do at the end of confession?
The act of contrition.
The act of contrition. And I want to see if I shift to the act of contrition or keep doing mass.
The idea was that he's clearly off his rocker, and I thought maybe if I
Yeah.
could ground him in
Right.
something that he's done a million times,
Right. Okay.
and a service that he provides. He moves from going crazy to helping someone,
Right.
which he does all
So
the time. Maybe that
if I make it
ground
and I
him.
start
That-
shifting into
That
the
is the sort
act
of thing that would
contrition.
help recover
Yeah.
in a long-term sense.
Right.
Sure.
And if I make it, then I shift into the helping gear, and maybe I ramble those words, but maybe I don't do it as fast.
Okay.
So what kind of roll do you think that should
I
be?
would say
sir?
I would make it power.
Power? Okay, so I've got to get under a 35.
That is-
45.
that is
But you
not
could use
bad.
a 10 luck.
No, this is, well, I don't know.
It's not a- it's
would
not
luck
a-
be an allowable thing for this?
It's not an insanity check.
No, it's not an
this
insanity
this
check.
I would allow.
I've got the luck. I'll take it down by 10. That'll get me exactly at 35 because it's
Okay.
meet or better. So I'll go down to 54 luck.
Holy crap.
Still more than me.
That's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, you rolled well.
I did a really good roll on luck, and I shift into the, what was it again?
Act of contrition.
Act of contrition, and it starts normal a couple
So
times.
you're doing rosaries.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
and his hands probably
A
start
whole
moving.
rosary, like?
His hand probably starts walking
As
it,
if you were holding a
as if I
rosary,
had a
but you're not.
rosary, but because I can't reach a pocket, but my hand starts.
Hey, none.
And, but it's a little bit slower. It's a
I'll
little
put
bit
a rosary
slower.
into the hand,
Okay,
you know.
and he'll take it, and he'll just, and it slows down, and he starts going backwards, and he starts going sideways with the words, but it's slowing down.
Okay. All right. Now when we do this to the Catholic people here, when rosary, like certain beads, I mean, is a
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a decade, and then you've got the individual Our Fathers in between each decade.
okay. All right.
And he starts off by doing it real wrong, but eventually he syncs up with the rosary.
Okay.
And it may not all be in the right order, but it's always the right words at the right time, just in the weird orders.
Okay.
And they start slowing down, I would say, if he's kind of coming back down.
Okay. Does it eventually get into the right order?
I would say it would get to the right order, and then probably shortly after that, it would be like,
I'm gonna throw one little wrench in the thing, and that is I had to run and get our scholar. He was left unattended with the scullery maid for some amount of time.
yeah.
I just realized I should point that out to you, so we might
Yeah,
be
it's
bringing
a
him
big
back
one.
down.
I mean, like, I was nearby, but not in that room.
Yeah, but I didn't go.
It's your call, boss.
You're right. You didn't.
No, she's
But I
right.
realized I should point that out to you. I had to leave the room to get the scholar to help.
Okay.
Do it.
It's
All
up
right.
to you, boss.
The
Fuck him up. Fuck
Well, you
him
gotta
up.
understand, I'm expecting to get killed by Stu on every convention I get to play in his games. So
It's a thing.
it's probably gonna be a thing. But it's up to Stu.
My understanding of genre is if people survive, they don't want to.
Yeah.
So you know, I'll make our lives harder.
I'm going to do something I almost never do
Okay.
during a streamed game. I want to go outside with you real quick.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yep, I'll need a little bit of room.
So the glory of France started upon the Rhine.
We're sitting here and I'm like, that's it. Kevin Kline from I Love You to Death.
Yeah. Yes.
Try not to trip over
Yes.
any of the gears.
That's like, that's what I'm gonna do, eh?
That's right. That's a good
It's
one.
to my best ability, which is not very good, but at least I have a goal.
I just realized the better solution might have been to send us out.
Yeah. Hey, actually, that's a good question. Wait.
Well, then now they're already out.
swap it?
They're already out, and
Yeah.
if he wanted it on camera, he would have done it on camera.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Sometimes it's
Think
you just don't
about
want
Oh,
the
that's true.
players to
That's
hear.
true.
Hey Stu, do you rather do it on camera and we can walk out?
Oh, you know what? That's a pretty good idea.
I told you, that was Marie's idea. Yeah, she gets that. We'll walk out.
idea. Sorry, I didn't mean to slam the door in your face.
Well, we'll just
That's a good
stand-
idea.
Yeah, we'll stand just outside so we can hear you yell. It's like, wait, better solution.
Okay.
We've
That
only
works
been
even
doing
better.
this for 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but how often do we actually?
And go ahead and close the door, because I don't want you listening.
Okay.
You, I don't trust.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, love you.
All right.
Okay, so
So I'll just to
let's
reiterate.
start. Let's start from the beginning. Yeah.
So you basically reach for a knife or something.
Right,
And you're
yeah.
going to cut this eye out of her thigh.
Right.
And she grabs you by the neck.
Okay.
We can roll it if you want. You're going to lose these rolls.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
sure. Why not? Let's
Okay,
roll the
all
strength and see if I biff it. Ooh, double out 1.
Well, it's not going to be a critical success because you got a critical success. I rolled
Yeah.
a 13 though.
Wow.
So that is really
Well, she's
got a
in
critical-
human strength, and
but you also got a
I
critical
got a crit
success.
1.
You got a critical success. So you're in the middle of combat.
oh god. Okay.
You're holding a knife.
Um,
I mean, she definitely did something.
with the crit 1, could we say that I basically it's like grab the leg, grab the arm, and just try to throw her off me through the window?
Sure. I'm going to say you've grappled her,
Okay.
and at that point, let's. What does it go by? It goes by Dex. What's your Dex?
My dex is 39.
She goes first.
Okay.
She is basically going to try to. You're holding on to her.
Yeah, I got the hand that's around my neck, and I'm grabbed like the leg, because my thought is, well, I was kneeling, so let's pitch her out the window. The screwed up mind of the Franciscan still understands physics.
Right. Okay. She draws a knife,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to try to stab you.
Okay.
And that would be.
And I'm already damaged, so
Right. So I'm going to say. What your response can be? Fighting back, dodging, or. That's it.
I think I'm gonna try to dodge without letting go. So just kind of,
Okay.
the minimal movement to be out of the blade attack.
I'm gonna give you a penalty die since you're trying not. You're also trying to hold on to her.
Yes. Okay.
So-
Penalty die.
Give me that roll.
Oh man, it would have been so cool. It's a 65. It could have been a 15, but it was a 65.
What was what's your skill level?
In which skill?
Dodge.
Dodge. Dodge was 20, so I almost made it, except it was penalty, so it's 65. So.
Okay. So she misses. It's now your turn.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'm going to do I'm pitching this thing out the window
Okay.
because.
That's a maneuver.
Okay.
And
How do we do that?
I'm gonna get into maneuvers, and there's not really. What's your size?
My size is 75. My strength is 52. My brawl is only a 25.
What's your size again? I'm sorry.
75.
Okay. Not a big enough difference. 'Cause there'd be more of a difference if there would be an advantage for you there.
Okay.
So where are they?
I don't know about the maneuvers and stuff.
I haven't figured out the build. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, go ahead and you make an attack roll,
Okay.
and it's the same as fist fights.
Unfortunately, my fighting is 25. So.
Okay, hold on a second. So she's gonna attempt to fight back.
Okay.
So she's gonna roll as well.
Okay. Nope, 48. Didn't make it.
Okay, she made hers.
Okay.
So basically, she's stabbing you.
Right.
I don't want to kill you unjustly.
But But it's our thing.
Not the. It's in. Just give me 1 second.
Uh-huh.
Shock of shocks did not go the way I thought it would. Like, what do you mean they're searching their bodies?
It's a Franciscan monk. Science.
2 plus 2, 4 total.
Oh, okay. So that takes me from 9 down to 5 hit points.
And it's now her turn, because that was your turn, right?
I think so.
This is where the system gets really freaking scary.
Well, yeah, it's you're supposed to die if you actually get into combat. So
Right.
yeah, I'm okay. I understand this.
She's attacking you. She's going to basically try to stab you again. That will hit. You can do a fight back or a dodge.
Okay, so what's the mechanic for fight back?
Fight back means you're basically you're because you were holding a knife. We figured.
Yeah, I had a knife, but I grabbed her by the thigh and the hand that had it.
So you're basically trying to inflict damage. You're probably to do that. I'm going to say at this point I'm going to put you at a penalty unless you let go.
I think at this stage, if he was only stuck in his own mind, he'd be that way. But right now it's fight or flight. He likes his life. I think he's going to try to dodge and get out the door.
Okay. All right.
He's going to try to dodge. So that's my half dex, which is 20. On my sheet it says 20, even though it's 39 up there. I'm assuming they rounded up.
Well, it's actually a skill.
Dodge, yeah.
Okay.
And I got a 19 under my 20.
Okay, so it's just under.
Just under.
So where did ties go? Hold on.
I hope to the person who dodges.
A draw. The target wins. That's you.
Cool.
Oh no, that's for dodging. Fighting back.
No, I was dodging.
Oh, you were
to
dodging.
get out the door.
Okay, so you're headed towards the door.
Oh yeah, I was like, okay, this ain't working. I'm out.
Okay.
Kind of that snap back to sanity, going, whoa.
All right.
And straight out the door as fast as I can.
Okay.
I will barrel through that door in my turn.
You guys can come back in.
Come on in.
I don't know if they can hear us.
They should hear me. I don't want to blow out your speakers. I mean your mics.
They might be in the bar.
I can hear Rob still. They're out there.
Those doors must be soundproof because we yelled to have you come back in.
Yeah, I did want Tales from the Loop.
Whatever. Dave sucks ass. Dave sucks ass.
So if he did like massacre somebody, I was just so worried about him I didn't notice until.
Okay. So where did you go?
So
To get me?
he had been asleep in his room, so I had to run down to his room,
Okay.
and then
And you were standing outside the door.
I was standing outside the door waiting to see if I had to kill somebody.
Okay. So you hear some noise inside the room.
Mhm.
It sounds like perhaps a struggle, and then he like bolts out the door and he's running, and he's like
And wounded.
he's cut up.
I look inside the room.
It's empty.
There was someone with me. I don't say this, obviously, but you should remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't stop.
At this point,
You can't, you won't,
I'm
and you
not
don't stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
That's right.
I can't. I won't. I'm definitely not stopping.
you're on a fugue jog.
Yeah.
Run, Forrest,
That's
Run. Yeah.
Right.
yeah, I guess your constitution's okay for that.
Yeah. A little while. For a little while.
I'm gonna yell out because I do remember that there was somebody in there.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm gonna yell out alarm. That's actually more German, but like the French version of what I just said.
Isn't that surrender?
Not in this era.
No.
No, that's
they
true.
were pretty
That's
badass,
true.
yeah.
That's true. That's true. I comment
And
out
I
of
don't-
time. Anyways.
I don't blame them one bit because World War I was fought in their back door,
Yeah.
That's right.
No, I get you.
backyard.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Backdoor.
different.
Very different.
Well, they were kind of bent over.
A lot of people were backdoor during World War I.
That's very true. And then I'm actually gonna go. If I see him running all cut up,
Well, he's like got a slash on him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna take the bayonet off of my muzzle.
That's French.
Alarm. I was right.
Yeah.
I said it just
Sounds
like
almost
that.
Egyptian.
It's just got a silent E on the end of it.
Yeah. It's pronounced the silent E.
I'm speaking French.
He's not wrong.
It's all the extra letters.
Okay, if we had to adjust that,
I
then
feel
we
there's
would
so
have to spend all
neglected. I
that
must
money to
use
like
all the-
switch prayers.
So,
Oh, theoretically, but I would get the luck back to switch to prayers. But I'm going to say that the luck was spent to end the whole fugue state of running before I actually run into her again. Please.
You're just right.
Down the halls.
Right. Outside?
Forced.
Well, we were upstairs at a room, so I'm assuming at some point I'll make it outside or fall down the stairs.
Yeah, you probably were upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were probably on the second floor, so he's probably like running laps until he finds a staircase.
And you'll find one eventually.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
great.
I'm gonna go in, pardon me.
All right.
I'm gonna go in the room that he was with the bayonet,
The shutters are open.
armed
To the
as
window.
a stabby, and I'm gonna search the room. If I see nothing in the room,
No.
then I'm gonna look outside.
Okay. The shutters are open.
Yeah.
Um,
There were windows. There were. You guys.
The window-
you did say there were windows.
the window is up.
The window is up.
Yes.
So something apparently jumped out, is what I see. But I don't see any movement. I don't see any fire. Any.
You do see a fire off in the distance. Yeah.
But that's the house that we knew we set on fire.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's
Um,
because of the outside of it is constantly being doused in water.
Yeah.
It's not burning, but it basically is becoming a thinner and thinner sort of like kiln.
Right.
yeah.
That
It's-
was the point.
Right.
Okay. If I don't see anything around and I've checked like behind all curtains and stuff like that, I'm gonna look around to see if I see like
I'm assuming you're checking
Sure.
the soldier way.
His
Yeah.
concern for me
yeah.
is
Okay.
heartbreaking.
Yeah. Well, it's less of that because because it's such small quarters. While I'm holding the musket, it's more of like a club.
Okay.
But I'm actually.
Oh, you have the bayonet in your
I've got
hand.
the bayonet in my
Yeah,
hand.
he did say he took the man off the.
Okay.
More of like as a stabbing
Mhm.
short distance weapon as
Okay.
opposed to you are charging at me.
Right.
Please stop it.
All right, so you're thoroughly searching the room.
Yeah.
You get to his chamber.
No.
Oh. Fine.
Good scholar, the friar's brain is broken and I need your help to fix it.
What, a fry a brain?
Yes,
You
there's
want to
something.
fry a brain? You cook it up like a cow? How are you?
The friar seems to
Oh,
have
friar.
Friar, he seems to have gone mad. If you could please come and help.
Okay. I'm not a doctor. I mean, you know the medicine more than me.
But not the minds.
Oh, yeah, you got a good point. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Yeah. I'm the shrink of the group. I'm the first one that went mad.
So we're running it. It's like, I'm going to lead back towards the room unless I've heard screaming and yelling in the hallways.
Or me passing by them going, ah!
You probably ran to where you know the nearest stairway is, which is probably on the opposite side of the other wing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're probably already on your way down to
okay.
the ground floor.
Okay.
So if I haven't heard anything, I'll lead him back to the room we were in.
I don't think I'm running quiet.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
And I did yell alarm
Right.
the French way.
But it was
Right.
so pretty. I didn't realize
Alarm.
Alarm.
Oh.
It was so pretty. I didn't realize it was about danger.
That's right. It's a very calming alarm.
So you head back hastily,
Yes.
and you've just finished searching the room by the time they show up.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta put some clothes on.
Oh, that's
You know,
right. It's gonna
going
take you a
decent.
while.
Yeah.
Oh, do you
Well,
know
you got your
don't
long
have a
underwears and
sleeping
a
shirt?
robe?
What?
You don't have a sleeping shirt?
You
Well,
should.
yeah, but I gotta put something else on.
A robe?
Yeah.
Hurry
For
up! My
decency.
brain's broke.
All right, so you get your.
Sounds like a you problem.
So you realize not in the room. Absolutely not.
Okay.
In the room. Must have gone out the window.
Do I recall who was in there?
Probably, yeah. It was,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Less than 5 minutes ago.
That's fair, yeah.
Because it
But
was
I
the
mean,
young one that wasn't as pretty.
that's
Right.
true. Yeah, you're right. Because I'm glad the pretty one didn't have plague. I'm gonna bring her to Paris. I'm gonna save her from Italy. I have a savior complex. So I start yelling, like, yelling for the maid. Like, has anybody seen the maid? Where is the maid? And just, I did not catch her name on purpose. because it did not matter.
She wasn't pretty enough to remember her name.
No, not at all.
And she's still her name.
Yeah, who cares?
All right,
Ella. The name was Ella, and I haven't even flipped over the sheet to read it.
Elena.
Alana. Well, I was close.
Very
It's closer to the French guy. At least I had the first letter right.
You still got it wrong,
you also
buddy.
got above her knee.
Yeah, I did.
They're like,
So did the butler.
they're looking at you like, she just said she's in the room you just came out of. What the hell?
Nope. She ran through the field.
She looks very confused. They all look very confused.
I said she has attacked the holy man and has run off through the field. Get her. Now!
They all sort of run off.
The word you want is allons.
Allons-y.
No, he's not going. Actually, he doesn't want allons. It wants allay, which is
Oh,
you go.
allez. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking now.
Oh, real French.
The fucking now.
And then throw your cigarette at.
Yeah, exactly.
The men go running off.
Yes, of course. That's
Yeah,
what I said.
obviously.
Where's the friar?
He is screaming, running away. Like a true holy man of God.
He points down the hall where the stairwell is.
Oh, we should make sure he doesn't hurt himself.
He was already very hurt.
What do you mean? She said his mind are broken, eh?
Well, his shoulder was broken too, with blood.
What happened to his shoulder?
I'm assuming the scullery maid, maybe he got fresh, and she
But she's not that pretty.
cut him. I do not know what is in the hearts of men.
Oh.
Every woman is beautiful, if they are French.
I'm just going to get out of the way while you beat him. So I'm just gonna
I am,
Okay, I go after it. I go in whatever direction it was that I
Okay, it
just
was
got pointed
basically
in.
down to the end
Yeah.
of the hall where the stairwell is,
Yeah.
which leads into the grand ballroom, and then you kind of go around. And
Do I hear screaming to follow?
Do I make
Or-
a couple circuits, kind of not knowing what a door looks like?
I think you probably go
Right out the door?
straight out the main doors.
Okay.
But you can. There's droplets of blood you can follow.
Oh, okay, awesome. Easy to follow until he gets outside.
Right. Exactly. That's when it suddenly. But even outside, you can see like little smears of sort of pinkish in the.
And there's enough light?
Oh, there wouldn't be.
Yeah,
no,
it's like
not
2 in the
outside.
morning.
No, yeah, darker
Yeah.
than hell.
Yeah.
And it's black and rainy.
Mm-hmm.
When you get out into the sort of courtyard, sort of driveway thing.
So if you come to a stop when you see the rain,
Oh, yeah.
because I will come up next to you and say,
I think we gotta get the sergeant, eh?
I think he saw a sign of the plague, the sort that was on the Austrian, not the sort that was on the Frenchman.
Okay.
It is very disturbing.
So to break his mind? And cut his shoulder and run away?
I think the cut on his shoulder was from the girl not wanting to be treated like a plague carrier.
So we got a broken mind monk, friar running around, and we got a plague carrier with a big knife. Both of them out here, huh?
See,
Okay.
we should get.
Let's get a sergeant, yeah, let's get
See,
him.
see.
Okay. All right. You go back upstairs.
Yes.
What are you doing after they left?
I was waiting because I gave orders,
Okay.
and I was waiting for those orders to be fulfilled.
Okay.
Hey, sergeant, we're gonna need your help.
Of course. Yes. What is it you need?
Well,
Who do you need shot?
The fire.
Well, the friar he run off, and it's night and lots of rain, and then there's scullery
least I'm
maid,
dressed.
Lana with a bigger knife, maybe outside too.
Yeah?
We need someone who can fight. Maybe protect it. So you.
What are they matter? They do not matter to me. The only reason that I would suggest killing the plague victim is so that she doesn't spread it. So when the army comes back,
Yeah, but
doesn't
we
get plague.
got a holy man. We should find him.
I'm more concerned about the plague. The holy man, he knows where we are. He knows where we are going. If he wishes to join us, he may join us.
That is a very different attitude from when you said he must join you or you would kill him where he stood.
Yeah, she got a good point.
Well,
Now
To
you're
have brought
getting
him
killed.
here, to expose him to all this, and then to abandon him to this madness, that is not the act of a good man. Perhaps it is the act of a Frenchman, but it is not the act of a good man.
but doesn't God give us free will to choose what to do? If the holy man chooses to go off into the night and run away and be left to his own devices,
Chooses.
who am I to get in the way of his free will?
Yeah, but she said his mind is broken, so maybe not so much of the free will, eh?
Then it is God's choice that he be broken. For God preordains our destiny.
It kind of makes sense.
So now you're a Presbyterian.
He's whatever suits him.
I think
So, Rob.
I think the problem with this logic, it is self-serving and not that of a faithful.
I am offended. But I understand because you are Italian, so you have a very myopic view of life. When you get to Paris, you shall see the difference. Now, in the meantime, I am more concerned about the plague because that could hurt the countryside and the army. A singular raving holy man is nothing but a prophet in 100 years' time.
Do you then intend to go find the woman, or have you ordered the servants to do that and you intend to wait here?
I have ordered the servants to go do it. When they report back, we shall see what...
Clarification.
Mm-hmm.
I have forgotten. Are we in Italy?
You're in northern Italy. Yes.
Okay, so the servants are Italian.
Yes.
Okay.
Except for the cook.
Except for the cook, who
that's
is
right.
French, which at the time was a status symbol, having
Yeah.
a French cook.
Yeah.
And I don't think the word term chef existed yet.
Probably.
You have
1790s.
language. Well, you also have language issues at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because not even Italian was Italian.
Right.
So you gonna trust the Italian servants to do the good work?
They don't want plague in their land.
But you're gonna trust them?
I trust them to keep plague out of their lands. They've served Napoleon well last time we came through here.
But they already let it in the house at once.
What
eh?
time is it?
Hmm?
What time is it
Austrians
again?
did.
Oh, in game?
Yeah, but they let him in.
It's probably
Fair.
3 in the morning at this point.
Gentlemen, while you discuss this, I will go down to the chapel. It is time for
Some set of prayers.
There is one.
Well,
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one at
yeah.
3. It's
There's-
like midnight 3, 6.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
So yeah, it is time for something.
Post Vespers.
Something. Pre-matins.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had it in your orc game, buddy.
I don't remember. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
I just know it's on the 3s, the 6s, and the 9s. So.
Hot.
Just like the traffic.
Yeah.
Yep.
570, right?
2 o'clock actually.
2 o'clock.
Oh, so I'm late. That's all right.
So I guess
actually-
what I'm saying is, who do you think is gonna be better at finding someone, an Italian or a Frenchman?
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
Like yourself.
I will go after the servants going after the girl.
All right.
So while they were standing arguing, I headed down to the chapel.
Okay.
Pray for all of our souls.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna go with this guy.
All right. Okay.
I have a question. For some reason, it says I have a number attached to magic.
Well, everyone has magic points, but you have to like read a Cthulhu mythos to actually find spells and learn them.
Oh, so like just praying is.
It's like your natural magic capability if you actually knew how to do the words.
Right.
Oh,
So
so
I
praying
didn't-
doesn't count.
I didn't learn any when I
Not
read that
Call of
book.
Cthulhu.
Yeah. No.
Just checking. Just checking.
Your religion score is more like
I have religion score as well, but
right,
you know.
but that's more like fiction analysis.
I don't suppose I learned any reading that book, did I? I made a good roll.
He did make a really good roll.
But were there any spells in the book to learn?
No, I'm just saying it'd be really fun to really fuck
Yeah.
this character
At
over.
this point, there's a spell you might recognize.
Oh, okay.
I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I have the extra magic book, so if that book's in the magic book, it'll show you which spells there are if you don't have it.
What?
The 7th edition has a magic,
Oh,
a
you know
book
what?
on magic.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay,
I've got
yeah,
it.
because I was say, because if the book's in there, it'll tell you which spells they are.
No, I made this tome up.
Okay, cool. Which means it has the world-ending spell on it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a set of prayers.
This would be
like-
matins.
Yeah, and I think it takes like all of 10 minutes to do the.
Also called vigil, and perhaps composed of 2 to 3 nocturnes.
I'd say I've learned something, but I'll promptly forget it.
It's at night.
I didn't learn anything because I don't know what a nocturne is. I'm going to go down the Wikipedia
ADHD.
rabbit
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go down
yeah.
the Wikipedia
But
rabbit
I'm
hole.
fairly sure this particular one is one of the shortest ones because
It's
the
a
church
2 in the
is recognized-
morning.
In the morning.
Right, the church is recognized. This is the hard one.
Yeah. Make it quick,
Let's
then
get
go back
this
to
over
bed.
and get back to sleep.
Yeah.
Save our
Yeah.
souls and then go to bed.
Yeah.
So we're gonna grab a torch as
And-
much as we can kind of keep it, or some kind of like
Lantern.
There's lanterns.
covered
Yeah,
lantern.
you've got lanterns.
Hooded
yeah,
lanterns.
to go out and help find the
One if by land, 2 if by sea.
eye on the opposite shore shall be.
Okay.
So
Far away from the fighting.
that's right. Goddamn right. Yeah, we're gonna go out to Scullery Maid.
Okay. So you're basically going to go around to that side of the house and
Start following foot tracks because
Okay.
it's fucking muddy ground.
Right. So you go that way. You go to the
Chapel.
chapel. The chapel is not empty.
Who is in the chapel?
I was gonna say, I really wish you had Benny Hill. Yeah, but he's already stopped.
Yeah.
So I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, if the chapel's not empty, then I have somebody to do matins with me.
Right.
Right. So we just say that his role for the thing was her role for the matins type thing?
Sure.
Yeah. Drag you into it.
Right.
Okay. Make a spot hidden.
You make us about
Both of us?
Sure.
Because we're together?
Oh, there is blood coming from me.
I mean, she's gonna calm you down before she tries to do anything about
Okay.
that. Unless it looks like it's
Just
gonna
making sure.
Unless it looks like you're bleeding out, it's gonna kill
Barely.
you.
Yeah.
Like by less than 10, but I mean.
Okay.
Oh, I missed it by 1. Son of a biscuit.
Do you want to spend luck?
One
Yeah,
point.
yeah. I'm gonna spend luck, bitches.
How much? You want to outdo his role?
Wow! That's such a stupid thing. We're not the twins.
No. 1.
You're not going to take all our money.
I'm gonna do it. You only need to hit that number, right, to make
Yeah,
it.
equal.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm equal. So 1. Let's spend
Okay. All right. There are footprints, and it seems to be going like the side of the side of the manor house
Yeah.
onto the ground, and then went that way.
Okay. I'm gonna do a fast trot after it.
Okay.
Bayonet is back on musket.
Okay. All right. So you guys are running
Yeah.
around the side. You get to
If I see a stick, I will grab it.
okay.
You know, just in case.
I'm assuming you guys have like at least a knife that you use to eat. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the you run, and the chapel's there. You can see the chapel, and there's lights. There's candlelight inside of it, and you see movement.
She said she was going down to chapel.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go in the chapel and
Yeah.
just see if they've seen her. Maybe the scullery maid has taken the sister captive.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. That could be a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kick it open.
All right.
Just full fucking force.
Are all the candles
What
gonna
is your
go
strength?
out?
That's a great question.
Less
45.
than mine.
I want to roll
Yeah, well, good. It's good to want things.
at a 45. I need you to roll it.
Oh, please roll a 99.
Yeah, 99 or 100.
27?
Ooh, yeah, no, he made it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Almost half.
The French sergeant kicks the door open to the chapel as you're in the middle of.
Matins.
Fixing him?
Matins.
Well, no, I have to calm him down before I try to do anything about his shoulder wound.
Okay.
Knife wound, wherever it was, yeah.
The girl is in here. Girl, come out.
I'm just. There's Latin matins going up, down, and sideways.
Now let me just say, I didn't say this is where the tracks led.
No.
I said when you came around the corner,
Yes.
there is a chapel and
Oh.
there's lights on the side.
Oh, okay.
Just to clarify.
Then
I never said that the.
that's fine.
Okay.
I misunderstood.
All right.
I will still go through with every single action.
Okay.
I think that's
I
what you were
will,
doing
I will,
anyway.
I will look around, look back at the tracks, and go, maybe not.
Okay.
And I will
Close
go
the
back
door?
out. No.
Oh, don't
No,
bother
I'm
with
not
the
gonna
door.
close
I close the door.
Oh, you close it.
I'm a very soft.
Be aware. And then I'm gonna go back.
Been up for
and
4
actually follow
years.
the
You know,
track.
he's like, yeah.
I do one of those blessings just
Yeah.
So you keep running. Give me one more spot hidden.
Both of us?
Yes, you make
Okay.
it as well. I just need to know if one of you makes it.
Oh, he makes it good.
Wow.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And
All right.
mine's a 65,
So that's
so.
Oh, he's under his
Is that a
lowest
crit?
number.
A
It's not-
13 is the
It's an
extreme.
extreme.
It's
Oh, I thought you
extreme.
said after that there was a crit.
The crit is a 1.
Oh, it's a 1.
One's a
Okay.
crit.
And the super fail
So-
is 100.
Unless your skill level is below 50, and then it's 96 or higher.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I did not know.
Okay, I have just a general question because I was literally one away. How big is the benefit difference between one and the other?
Can he get luck?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is it worth spending
This
one
is-
point of luck to get there?
This is you knowing what direction
Oh,
she's
okay,
going.
okay. Yeah,
I succeeded, but he did better.
Okay. There's a back entrance back here,
Yeah.
and the tracks lead right up to that door.
Okay. Think you go in there? Looks like a track go right there.
I
Did you want to kick this one
copy
open too?
paste.
Copy paste.
What I did it
You were gonna kick
They
it
go
over.
over him.
It's just practice.
And this time he
before.
rolls 100 and breaks his ankle.
98.
I love being precognitive.
And your skill level is or your
45
strength is
strength.
below 50.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
critical failure.
Yes.
Oh, that's. so
I am
fucking
excited.
awesome.
Oh shit. Yeah, that was a 6.
You may have broken your ankle.
Sacre bleu! Cuss, 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 cuss.
Hey,
Cuss, cuss,
what's
cuss,
going
cuss,
on?
Cuss, cuss, cuss.
You can't stand on it.
I'm gonna.
You've taken 6 points of damage.
Fucking
What is your
12.
Hit
well,
points.
oh, you're
Oh,
half.
half. He took half.
That means something.
That's
He
not
shattered
good.
his femur? I mean, my God.
He drove his femur up to his, pelvis.
It's bad.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
So now you got one leg that's much shorter than the other. And the foot's just sitting there going flop, flop, flop.
Damage is equal to more than half. Major wound, fall prone. Give me a con roll.
No.
More than half?
More
Exactly
than
half.
half.
You
That was
more than
exactly
half.
I'm
It was
exactly,
exactly
Equal
half.
to or more
equal
than
to.
You
half.
didn't
Okay.
read equal to, you cheating son of
I'm
a
reading it right now. Damage is equal to or more than half maximum hit
Okay.
points.
Con?
Con
It's a
roll.
major wound. You've fallen prone. Give me a con roll.
Oh, he did con
Five.
good.
Yeah, I got con at a 5.
Is
Okay,
that the
all right.
less? Is that
What
a
is your con?
extreme?
60.
That's an extreme.
Oh,
So
oh yeah,
it's
so
an
he's extreme.
That's
Yeah.
one less than 1/10. Okay, so you're awake, but you fell over,
Yeah, and I'm
And-
cussing
and your
Just
leg hurts.
like madness.
He probably did break his femur.
Yeah.
And,
You can do that.
And
It's not good.
and I yell, she has barred the door.
I want you to just walk up and do
Walk
that.
I know. I'm gonna
Click, open.
And I'll see if it opens.
Yeah.
Does it open?
Give me a luck roll.
Yeah.
I kind of hope it does.
Ooh,
Something
so
like-
9.
No, no.
Not quite.
Okay.
Yeah, but what about the sarcastic
Well, it
bastard
turns.
roll?
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, okay.
Okay.
it's a
Ah,
sheep arm.
so she has
barred
barred
his
the door. I was precognizant.
All right.
Have I
Okay,
called you down enough
let's
to check
get
his
you
shoulder
back
yet?
Hold on a second.
to the nun, and she gonna.
Do not get me back. She is in there. She needs to pay for her sins now. She has the
Question.
plague. She cannot spread it further. She needs to face God momentarily.
I'm gonna need you to be in a better condition to take
I,
care of that.
I can shoot one-legged.
Okay. If you looks like you yeah, that's a bit of white. I think you broke your leg. I don't know how am I gonna open the door.
Okay. So
Find
there-
the strength
there's this
within you.
bone sticking out.
There-
Uh,
You are seeing a little bit of red coming out from his pantalones.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's compound fracture.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
Point,
yeah, yeah.
point of clarity. Didn't you say this is the back door to the house? To
This would be the
mansion?
basement.
The basement's back door.
Yes.
Oh, so it's gonna go downstairs.
Oh yeah, this is going to get interesting.
So
We're about to go down.
Yeah.
This is the same floor as
The chapel. That's
So-
what I was trying to get the clarity on.
Yes.
I'm gonna give him a rousing speech, the way that I have given soldiers in the past when they face the Austrian
Right before they hung
cannons.
themselves.
and basically I'm gonna spur you into action
Mm-hmm.
so that you yourself can open this door.
Okay, that's a very nice speech you've given me, but I'm not a soldier. I don't know how to fight
No,
or
just
kick
open
things.
the door. Open the door.
I'm gonna.
You are a man of science.
I'm gonna push the door a little harder.
Okay.
It's a lever system. Yeah.
Give me like just a little harder.
Put my shoulder into it.
Okay,
You know.
but you're not going to try to hurt yourself.
No.
Okay, so
Who would do that?
give me a strength roll with a penalty die.
Okay. I'll roll the penalty. I'll roll it a second
Well,
time.
here, if
Okay.
you want, you can have.
Oh, okay.
What were you going to say?
When he's come down enough, I'm gonna check his shoulder.
Okay. All
Oh
right.
no. Nay, good sir.
Well, no, that's a
an
67.
eight. No, and that but a penalty die.
Oh,
Yes,
penalty.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
so that's
87.
87.
Yeah.
87.
Yeah,
Okay.
87.
No, I gotta.
But he didn't break his shoulder on the
Yeah,
way,
but he
which
Might as well
didn't
be a
break his
wall.
shoulder.
Yeah.
would have been hilarious.
Okay. Maybe there's a bar or some way I could slide some in and lift it up. I don't know why I'm talking to you like that now.
Or
You got a knife.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna see
Try
if
to
I could. Yeah.
I mean, this isn't
Yeah.
this isn't
Yeah.
I'm not breaking into Fort Knox.
these aren't missile parts.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see if I can.
Okay.
Maybe
So,
flip it up
is
somehow.
there an actual staff for like lockpicking?
There actually is a lockpicking step.
Yeah, locksmith. You use
Locksmith.
locksmith for lock picking.
Oh wow, I would not.
That
be
ain't
interested
gonna
to
work
do
for
that.
me.
No,
Yeah.
me neither. I'm one.
But I mean, this isn't a lock.
Right.
If something's barring it, I'm trying to figure a way around it.
Yeah, I'm going to let you make a dex roll.
There you
Okay.
go.
That's much nicer.
Yes, much more sense.
Ooh, you
made
did
it.
a good job.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3,540.
Tink.
Huzzah!
It is pitch black in there.
Yes, that right.
Okay.
Give me your first aid roll.
It's a cool thing we got these lanterns, huh?
Oops,
Ooh,
nope, I
80.
did not first aid him. Actually, you know what? I'll spend the luck for that. That's
Okay.
what I'm spending the luck for.
Thank you.
I don't know what results I get on doing this, but you know.
Hopefully, just a flat success.
I'm
means
trying to remember.
You're gonna keep me from at least bleeding out. At
Um,
least I didn't take half my hit points.
I mean, I did start
Fucking
by
A.
slapping you into damage, and
Yeah.
then a bitch cut you.
Yeah.
you get 1 point. If she's willing to spend more time and do a medicine roll, you can. That takes an hour. You get a plus. You get to a D3.
I will declare I'm willing to start a medicine roll, but I don't expect to successfully get an entire uninterrupted hour.
Yeah, what she said.
Okay.
So I'll start that.
All right.
If we actually have an hour, let me know. I'll make the roll.
So I at least get 1 point back. So I'm up to 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll see if I get 1 or 2 more.
It doesn't
or
wink
one
at me,
more.
right?
No.
Okay. Just
No, it does not wink at you. All right. So the door creaks open and it is pitch black in there.
All right, I hold the lantern up.
Okay.
I'm ready to shoot.
All right.
Kneeling. Like one leg.
I'm thinking you're more on your butt with using one knee as a
That's possible,
lever.
yeah.
With the other leg kind of out,
Yeah,
starting
the
to.
break you have.
Is no bueno.
No, it is no.
No.
You are not standing on it.
Yeah. No. I didn't figure I was.
That's why we figured he was on his butt with one knee kind of helping him prop it up.
Yeah.
You
He
have
made
in
a
front
hell
of
of a
you
contact.
a largish hallway, not a hallway as wide as you would expect in a basement, and there seems to be a passage, 2 passages to the right, one and then one farther, and then another one sort of opposite on the left side of the second. And you see there's at the very end of the hall, you can very dimly kind of see a table, like a dining table. Not nice though, it's like roughly hewn, and there's like benches on either side of it.
She would have left muddy footprints. Can you see them?
I should be talking to you because he's sitting on his ass.
That's true. Yeah. Do I see anybody?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we know what direction.
They go down the hallway and they turn left down the passage.
Yeah, the footprints. They go down the hall and turn left. I can't see after that though.
Alright, so we go.
How are we gonna do that?
I grab the musket, take the bayonet off, start using the musket as
Good
a.
thing he
How
did
are you
before he
gonna
put his
shoot?
arm up.
So you're pointing. You've got the
Barrel
stock
in
under-
his.
the stock or the barrel in your armpit.
Barrel in my armpit.
Wait a minute.
It's not
I'm gonna
loaded.
take the bar from the door. Maybe you use this.
All right.
I mean, he's short enough to 3
No,
foot
no,
bar.
it's not Rob. It's not Rob. It could be a normal sized 5 foot.
Yeah,
7.
5'7" would be a
In the
normal
70s,
size.
90s would
Yes.
probably
Yeah.
be about where you are.
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
And my 75 puts me at 6 foot. You still feel small.
That's fair. All right, I'll use that one. But then I've got the musket like slung over the shoulder, right?
Okay.
Like I can't point it one-handed. Like there's no point to that. So I've just got it over the shoulder, and I'll just wait because, really.
Now you're a soldier.
Yeah. If you're gonna fire a musket, it's still gonna take.
Is it loaded?
No.
Okay. All right. I was gonna say if it's loaded, it's fouled because
Yeah.
you've been going through porn rain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Alright.
No.
soldiers know not to
It was
load
a
in
club.
rain.
That's why I had it as a club and a
Okay.
and like the
Got
stabby
it.
stabby.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
He's putting it
I
down
don't
the
know anything
hallway
about it.
on
All I
his
know is
butt.
he was gonna shoot them. So
Well, no, he's putting it down the
Figured
hallway
he's
out
ready.
of habit, probably, because he probably knew he didn't even have it loaded. But
Yeah. I
Might
mean,
scare
if
something.
I do get something to load, I can probably load it in 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, 30 to
something like
45
that.
You get a quarter. I think
Yes,
every 4 rounds or something like
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
can fire it.
So how?
So it takes
how long,
3 rounds to load it and 1
How
round
long
to
is
fire.
a round?
An arbitrary amount of time.
yeah, they don't actually say.
Gotcha. Okay,
Dramatically
People who are
appropriate.
punching you get to punch you 3 times before you get
that's
to shoot.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fine. I respect them.
So you guys are making your way
Yeah, we're
down the
making our way
hallway.
down.
Okay.
Making
There's
our
like a
way
little
down.
stair, couple stairs down, and then. What?
What?
It's that stupid song.
Oh.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Is it the
So
baby
how,
shark
how are
song?
you gonna shoot that if you got it on your shoulder like that?
Well, I have to pull it down. I'll have to load it, and I'll have to fire.
What do you mean you gotta load it?
There is no Mimi ball in it.
Why don't you put that in now?
You could, but makes-
Wouldn't it be faster if somebody you gotta shoot someone? Would they run away? They go
It
around
is-
another corner.
it is more effective as a club at this point. On a big, long battlefield, yards and yards and yards away, okay, I can do a good job. In close quarter combat, the bayonet does the damage.
What I'm hearing is he's far shooted.
So why are you even bringing a gun?
Oh, it is an amazing club. It is a very heavy club. That if I hit you upside the head,
So you're gonna use the knife or the club?
depends on what the situation determines.
Okay. I don't know how to fight, so
That's fine.
it's all new to me.
I will teach you.
Okay, all right, carry the lamp. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys walk down to the end of the hallway.
Horrendously bad idea, but yes.
Some.
Right.
Yeah.
When you get down there and look to the left, and there's a long hallway, and there's a set of double doors on the right hand side, and there's another opening past that.
Follow the footsteps.
Okay. They go to the double doors and they
Okay.
stop.
As in they went in.
Yeah.
Right. I kick it in. No.
I do a grand gesture to allow him.
Okay.
It's open? Or does it turn? Or turn or
It-
whatever.
Yeah, it's probably like a latch.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
It turns, but there's also it's not opening.
Okay.
Same.
All right.
It's been barred.
I'll try and do the same trick.
Okay. This time I'm gonna have you make a strength roll.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I prefer that. But no,
No,
not
you
at 100.
don't. He just
100.
snapped his knife.
It doesn't matter.
100,
what
zero,
ability
double,
at that
zero.
point.
Okay.
0 double 0.
All right. You were probably trying to lift like a steel reinforced wood beam that was like
Yeah.
like a 4x6 or something, and you broke your blade. He's got a bayonet.
Yeah, but he's got to choose which one he's gonna use. So it's a bit too heavy for my knife. It broke. I don't know how I'm gonna
even
cut
more
my
funny.
food now, but
But I don't think we had a double doors with a bar on it.
See if you can find any of the others. Ziana, whomever. See if they have a.
well, like the nun and
I mean,
the friar.
if they are done praying to God at all hours of the morning.
Sister Maria and Friar Marco Lombardi.
Yeah,
Man, they gotta pray a lot. So much.
which is their duty.
Okay.
But anybody, and figure out if anybody at Z Manor knows if there is another door, or if this is locked in, and see if they have maybe a big rod or something for the horses or plows or something that we can use to help.
Oh, lift
open it.
it up, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be right back.
I will stay here.
Okay. I go back?
Okay, when you come back out, you go to
Yeah.
there first?
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't had the hour, have we?
Yeah.
I love it.
No,
100%. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
you're
why I
like,
would
you're
feel-
probably stitching. You probably have started stitching. And they had stitch wounds by then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, they did.
All right. So she's
Hey,
sewing them up.
you guys.
Am I actually cognizant yet, or am I still a little stunned?
You're probably awake. You're still a little nutty.
Okay.
That nuttiness is you got the temporary
Mm-hmm.
indefinite insanity.
Oh, I got the indefinite.
Yeah, temporary lasts hours, I think.
Mhm.
Indefinite lasts until
It's
you
healed.
get help.
Mhm.
So you're loopy.
Am I okay? So
You're probably reciting the rosary still.
could it be that I can still act, but I'm
Yes.
going through all these?
Yes.
So my communication is difficult, but I can still take
I'm
action.
reciting the rosary with him, and
Okay.
emphasizing the correct words.
Okay.
Mhm.
In the right order,
In
Yes.
the right order.
not backwards.
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm gonna need your help.
What happened to the sergeant?
Oh, he broke his leg like big time, like a big bone, and he tried to kick in the door, but somebody put a bar in it. Anyway, I got it up with my knife and lifted up out of the way. We open the door and we follow the footsteps, right? We go down there and then we get to another door, and I try to lift it up, but my knife snapped. So we got to get maybe more people, or figure out another way in, or maybe get the horses to pull the door off or something. We got to get in to get the scullery made.
Why do you not go to the kitchen for a new knife?
Because I want to tell you first.
Oh, thank you very much. Grazie.
But we should probably go, right?
See, let us go through the kitchen for perhaps a stronger knife.
Oh yeah, maybe we get all the knives, just in case they keep breaking. He said like get a bar or something.
Perhaps there is a spit in the kitchen.
Oh maybe, yeah. So we'll go.
Okay, there's a door that leads.
I'll
in.
like do quick sloppy stitching, just to like.
Okay, all right. Give me a quick medicine roll
Field stitching.
And if we can find any of
With
the
a-
staff,
with a penalty.
Because you're trying to do it fast.
if we can find any of the staff, I will ask them if there's another way into where that area that.
Ooh,
that
she
he's
got a
waiting on
60.
the outside.
Yeah. So actually, I'm in range. Okay.
All right, so there's a door that leads into the hallway that you're sitting there waiting in. Because if you want to go that way, because you can go through the larder upstairs into the kitchen. That's probably the quickest way to get there.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I have the feeling she probably knows her way around the back of the house fairly well. I mean, just in general, they tend to be similar.
Right.
So.
Okay. So the door opens behind you, and the three of them come.
I pull my knife out.
The bayonet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knife, bayonet, same difference.
I got some more knives to try.
Ah.
Oh, you
And
have
a
to go
spade.
back up into the kitchen.
Yeah. Well, that's what we said we were gonna do. Yeah.
Oh,
So
so,
you-
we came out of the chapel right to where he is.
Right to almost.
Oh,
right where he is.
So I went around. It was right there.
Oh, you can go out of the house and go around if you want. But it'd be quicker to go.
That's
Yeah,
what he
okay,
had done
let's
to
do that.
find us, and then I'm like, oh, we will
No,
go
he,
back.
he came out a door, went over here, and went in there.
Oh, okay. It was obvious enough.
Because
that it
remember
was
that
there.
because the manor house is built on a hill, so
Oh,
the,
okay.
the basement it actually looks like the first floor from the back side of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm like, let's go to the kitchen. So if I come out of the chapel and he's like right there, I'm like, and he came around the outside. That's just funny.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta go get a knife then, huh?
So you guys are gonna go through the hallway, or gonna go around?
Whichever way is probably more direct to the kitchen.
That would be through the hallway to the larder,
Okay.
which you haven't been to yet. But it's dark as hell, and he's holding a lantern when he comes out. You probably
He's
have.
got a lantern.
Yeah, we each have.
So you were just sitting there in the pitch
Yeah.
black darkness.
No, we each have a. we
No,
each
he
have
said
one.
they had a
Yeah,
couple
we-
lanterns.
Yeah.
I thought.
We did.
I thought we did.
We both said we had lanterns.
Okay, how many hands do you have?
I got I got 2 hands.
Okay.
So he was carrying
So you're
2
holding
hands.
yourself up with.
Oh.
No, because I was leaning against the wall.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Are there any?
I'm not gonna hold myself up if I have a broken leg.
Are there any sconces or whatever in the hallway?
Yes.
I will take a moment to light something for him.
Okay. So he's not sitting in pitch black.
Gives away the element of surprise.
I
But-
think they will be quite surprised to see you as you are.
I am. Can one of you go get the knife while one of you watches the door? I have a thought.
Okay.
For some reason, his Latin shifts into, "Oh dear God, what now?" And then he says it backwards, and then he says it kind of in the middle outwards.
I go to the kitchen.
So I'm looking at his
I
leg.
just walk off.
Is there anything I can grab from in the chapel to like create a makeshift split so he doesn't make it worse?
Sure.
Well, there's that giant bar he can lean
Candlesticks.
on.
Candles.
Hymnals, I don't care. You know, whatever.
There's all kinds of stuff. Books.
I mean, grabbing something. Grab something to
Something
like
splint-like.
something splint-like.
Lots of stuff you could get.
All right, I'm going to do
The,
something.
the shards of the door when he kicked
I was
it.
gonna say, or the thing he's using is a crutch.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, he might need that.
Yeah, you might need that, and also that sounded far too large for this. So,
But yeah, you can find
find something.
the remnants of the first door he kicked in, or the door he kicked in successfully.
Should I do a first aid check on that?
Yeah, that would be first aid.
Here's where the failure comes.
No. You know what? I'll spend
It
11
makes
for
it
you.
worse.
I'll spend
She
11 for you
accidentally-
so that you can at least get a splint. I have to spend 4.
Ooh, spent a luck on the Frenchman.
Yeah.
1 point.
1 point. We're healed.
Yes.
Cool.
And
So basically, he splinted it. You still need to use a
Yeah,
crutch.
that's fine. I'm still debilitated.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
When this passes, I could maybe try to actually set it correctly. Maybe.
Merci beaucoup.
All right. So,
Will you watch the door? I have an idea.
I can watch the door. Do you expect it to do tricks?
I would just prefer if the man does not come out of the door. If she does, just please yell your head off. You are very good at that.
All right.
what's the friar doing at this point?
The friar is trying to find the right phrase for "the end is near. We really should just run."
Okay.
So he starts quoting some of the
Book of Revelations.
Book of Revelations, and not as fast, but it still goes backwards and then from the middle out and that kind of thing. But the first couple of verses are definitely understandable by her for sure, and probably him too.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Because
You
he
went upstairs.
Oh, he went upstairs.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
she would know he started shifting to the Book of Revelations and then started jumbling it all around.
Okay.
I'll
So-
get him back on the rosary.
Okay. So
Okay.
you go into the larder and there's a spiral staircase that leads up to the first floor, Casey,
Okay.
and then that's puts you in the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah.
There are lanterns like gas lanterns. What they would be
Oil.
Oil
Oil
lanterns.
Oil lamp.
Uh,
Yeah, kerosene.
kerosene.
Yeah.
And
I should have the kerosene.
but there's no one here.
Okay. Well, I'll grab like she had mentioned a spit, so I'll look and see if there's anything like a spit, like a bar.
There's a dozen different things in here that are much more sturdy than your knife.
Yeah.
That you can
I'll
probably
also grab a knife as well, because you
Okay.
know. can have
You
a
might
knife.
need
Hit
one.
a replacement.
Yeah.
And there's like
Just for now.
there's like a couple of big spits too.
Oh yeah.
You might actually be able to put it on.
Yeah, that's
on
what.
the
Yeah,
floor
that's,
and
yeah,
get
yeah,
leverage,
yeah, yeah. So I'll grab them both.
Okay.
Cool.
So you head back downstairs, and you hear rosaries being recited as you come back down.
Oh, man, this is still going.
Oh, every third rosary switches back to Revelations and then starts jumbling that, and then she goes back to rosaries and
God, I'm gonna
jumbling
lose my
those.
mind.
And lo, they came upon a pale horse.
Yes.
While
And
he's
with him followed death.
that's right.
Yes.
Uh,
That one pops up a lot.
Right.
I'm gonna hobble outside to the carts. Carts, like the carts that we came in.
Okay, you have to go up a flight. 'Cause
So-
you're
There's
There's
technically
a long
in the
walking
basement.
to do that.
Remember,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a hill, basement down here.
Yeah. So
front
the
up
way
top.
the way that
You're in this floor. Here's the chapel,
Yeah.
which you reach from the outside, and then you came through here, went down like this.
yeah.
Okay. If you go up a flight of stairs, then no, that's 2 flights. If you go up 1 flight of stairs, then you're here where there's the main dining room and the ballroom and
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Yeah.
This is the ground floor from the entrance side.
Correct.
So where you want to go?
So I want to go to the ground floor. I'm gonna go basically gonna retrace our steps. Remember, because we walked.
Oh, so you're gonna go back out and around?
Yeah.
Okay.
To wherever the carts are, because that's the way I know how to get there.
Okay. Right.
So
Got it.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna fuck with anything.
Okay. So I'm gonna only because you're so
Yeah,
horribly
yeah.
debilitated.
No, give it to me, bitch. What you got?
But not
And there's-
debilitated.
That's true.
You still have your.
I'm Twitter pated.
I'm gonna have you make a dex roll
Yeah, you will.
with a penalty die
You're a penalty die.
Yeah.
to not fall and eat shit as you're walking around this side of the place. So he goes through the chapel,
This will be my penalty.
back around.
I don't think it
While
matters.
you
I
guys
think
are
you pick the worst.
Oh,
right?
okay. Oh,
You pick the highest of the tens.
yeah. Okay, cool. So
Cool.
What was that total?
A 9 and a 4 is a
It's not a critical failure.
49.
A 9,
94.
94.
Fucking
Okay.
with you.
So you failed and you eat shit.
Uh huh.
You don't hurt yourself
No.
anymore. I mean, you're in pain.
But
You
I
probably
hate Italy.
Yes. Fuck Italy.
Yes. Fuck Italy.
I'm mildly concerned
cannot
about what
get
his
back
idea
home
is as
soon.
I
Fuck
realize
the
that he's
Austrians.
going.
Fuck Italy. Wipe it off the face of the earth. With cannon shot.
Centuries away from being able to do that.
It'll happen one day.
It's good to have goals.
And then that happens.
Yes.
All right. So it's going to take you a while. You get up. You're muddy as hell.
That's fair.
And you're already drenched. But
Yeah.
now you're just in a horrible way.
Yeah.
So you make your way around to the front.
And I keep yelling for like the butler and the kid.
No one's answering you. The rain is letting up a little bit. It's still raining, but it's at this point it's just a light rain.
Yeah, it's a drizzle.
It's not like a torrential.
So
What
don't-
is that? Is that a?
It's a little compact laptop that was on Indiegogo that I really enjoyed. I got one for my son so he'd have something for school, and it's better than carrying around my G7, my
Yeah.
MSI laptop. It's
Yeah.
giant.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll send you the link later.
Let's do us laptop envy.
Oh, it won't run anything. The Bluetooth is also the Wi-Fi, so I have a Wi-Fi speaker or
Yeah.
Bluetooth speaker. So I'm on Wi-Fi streaming a video, and the Bluetooth cuts out. So there are some weaknesses
Yeah.
on it, but for what I want it for, it's great. Did
okay.
you read?
Yes.
If you
Thank
start
you.
trying to wander off, I will grab your arm and stop you. If you just start trying to wander off.
Nope,
while
he's
you're
not trying to
battling
wander off,
apparently.
but he is definitely going through the Apocrypha litany a lot more often than the Rosary.
I'm working on it.
All right.
How long does it take me to get back?
You're back.
Okay.
But he's gone by the time you get back, and they're back in the chapel praying.
No, I didn't go
Oh,
back
you're-
to the
so
trapper.
no,
we were
because I
watching the
stayed to
door.
watch the door.
Okay. All right. Okay.
He asked us to watch the door.
Okay.
I'm staying and watching the
And
door.
I'm-
Oh, what happened with Sergeant, eh?
You want me?
He got a broken leg. Where are you going?
He said he had an idea and he was going to go check something. He went through the chapel but did not know after that.
Son of a bitch.
Could you perhaps go check to make sure he did not break his other leg?
I leave one spit and I take another over my shoulder and walk out with a
Okay.
lantern.
All right. So you head out.
Yeah.
You make it around. As you're coming around where the courtyard entrance is,
Yeah.
you start hearing a really low, deep thrumming noise, and it seems to be coming from the west.
Is this something that I've encountered before?
No.
How far from the west?
So
So, just in my head, he's heard cannon shot from various distances, can figure out with artillery,
right.
stuff like that, like battlefield.
He wants to echolocate the location of how far away it
It's
sounds.
just from a rough battlefield
Give
location.
me your listen roll.
Fuck yeah!
That
There's a,
sounds
Fuck yeah!
there's a listen skill.
What do you know?
Hey, all right, I have it.
I'm pretty much basic. How's you?
20.
Oh,
I'm
she's higher than me.
I'm
You
slightly
listen
better-
better than I do.
I'm slightly better than basic,
Yeah, there you go.
but I still like my pumpkin spice.
Ooh.
Made it.
Did you?
I did. I
Okay.
had 5 points.
You
It's
got a good
What
listen.
is your listen?
It's 65.
Wow.
Nice.
Damn. Okay.
It seems to be coming like from the shoreline, which is probably a couple hundred yards away.
That's very odd. I'm trying to figure out what it could be coming from the shoreline.
Make a sanity check.
No, like I'm trying to figure out like is it one of like the Genovese trying to come around and like come up behind Napoleon's army? Like
You've never heard a sound like this before in your life. This does not sound like
Does not sound-
a cannon. It doesn't sound like a marching army or anything of the sort.
I'm
It
gonna-
sounds like a very low frequency hum, and then another. And if you understand this, a second low frequency hum that's only like a couple of hertz away from the first
Yeah.
one.
Oh, crap.
So there's sort of like a warbling kind of
yeah.
that kind of sound.
Um,
And it's loud enough where you guys you can't really hear it, but you kind of feel like the ground seems to be shaking.
Player to keeper, is this like elf level frequencies?
I don't know what else.
Extremely low frequency, what they use to talk to subs?
It's very low. It's
Okay.
very.
But
This
it's
is,
obviously at a level that's audible.
this is audible.
Right, okay.
But where you guys are, it probably isn't. The
Right.
sound's not
Because
reflecting
the ground, right.
Yeah.
But you can kind of feel the ground moving a little bit.
So
Okay.
the only reference I might have is like it could be like a lot of horses going by, or
No, because
That-
horses have a whole different pattern, not a thrum.
You've never heard anything like this. This does not sound like anything.
Thrums
you've ever
didn't exist till we
just
built
weird.
speakers.
okay.
heard. Right.
Yeah, I mean, until we had like a way of forcing that kind of pattern, thrums didn't exist in nature for the most part.
Closest thing would be like glaciers.
Yeah.
Chunks of glaciers falling.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like.
Or it's
Yeah.
like very low pitched B's might be the closest I can get.
Like a
Yes,
bee
but-
right next to your ear, kind
but
of
that's-
Yeah.
Yes, except
way
Yeah.
low on
Way
the
low.
scale. Okay. I'm gonna hurry up and keep going after those carts.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
You're to the carts. You're coming around. You saw him just run inside or hobble.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
okay.
running.
Through the,
Yeah.
into the courtyard
Oh, okay.
entrance.
Okay, cool. I'll hurry up.
Okay, and you guys are,
Watching the door and trying to keep him on the rosary.
and the
not
ground
the
is
rosary.
vibrating. Very, very lightly, but it is definitely vibrating.
So do I hear it now that because
Oh,
I'm
yes.
up there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna kneel down and put my hand on it and try to start paying attention to it.
Okay.
I'm going to move to where I can see the door, but I am closer to an exit.
Okay.
Because I don't know what that is, but it's usually not good for houses to shake.
Right. And you basically come down the hallway. You're probably standing in the doorway of the chapel, the interior doorway of the chapel at this point.
Hey, Sergeant, where you going? They sent me after you. I got a couple spits. One's there. I got one just in case.
It's very good, but I feel like we have greater problems. I feel like
Look at that noise.
we will be under attack soon. I feel like I don't. Only armies make sounds this big.
So you think there's an army coming right now?
Some
So we gotta go?
no, we stand and fight. Well,
I don't
I
fight,
don't-
and it's just you, and you got a broken leg.
that is true.
Maybe better to get information to Napoleon, eh?
Yes,
Not
I
the
think,
big army.
I think that is the right way to do it. But before we do that, we give them a surprise.
What do you think?
Help me with the cannon.
Okay.
Somebody
what
was
do you
gonna
want me to
use
do?
it. You know someone
Oh,
was
yeah.
gonna use
Oh
it.
yeah, you gave me.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you gave
wow.
Rob a
You
fucking
gave
cannon.
I'm a carpenter. I have a hammer. You've given me all of the nails.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Unfortunately, you didn't pick the character who knows how to use the hammer.
Does not matter. I am
No,
French.
Irrelevant.
We are all
Right.
trained.
I get it.
Yes.
What do you want me to do with a cannon, eh? This is too heavy for me to lift.
We turn it. We bring it to the middle of the courtyard. We shove it full of crap.
Like
And,
poop?
and we detritus, splinters of doors that have been recently kicked open. Other
Candlesticks.
Candlesticks.
we
Cutlery.
Very
and-
small rocks.
yes, and we pack it in, and we light a very long fuse, and then we leave. And when they come up, because it sounds like they are very close, they say, "Hey, what is that? Let me go look at it." And then it explodes around them. And not only does it destroy some things that they can use for their benefits, it may also kill some of them.
I'm gonna go get the horse.
Okay.
I'll go to and try and get a horse.
The stable is right around the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah, yeah.
The
I'll
other stable's there.
try and lead it out and
Okay,
hook it up
okay.
so he can turn it however he wants it turned.
All right, you can do that. You can totally do that.
I'll just, whatever he tells me to do, I'll just go and do.
Okay.
Better to not argue with him.
That thrumming sound is getting louder.
And I'm hurrying, hobbling,
It's
and
actually
yelling.
now kind of starting to hurt your ears a little bit. I mean, it's not like, it's just uncomfortable. It's not causing pain, but it's uncomfortable. And you can now hear the noise.
Do you have any extra bread?
No,
Okay,
I
so-
didn't take any more. She stopped talking.
I'm gonna wait for her
Uh-huh.
to be looking out the door,
Okay.
and then I'm going to quickly and quietly head out the other door.
So you're
She's watching the
So
chapel.
I've moved more into the chapel so that I
Yeah.
can get out if the building comes down around me, because that's the only
Right.
thing I can really think might be happening.
Left me
But
by the
I'm-
double doors, but okay.
But I'm I would have tried to pull you with me if you would have come.
Okay, would have come to the chapel.
But I would have stayed at a point where I could see the double doors because I was asked to watch for
Right.
her to come out. And I will stay and I will watch until I truly get the feeling I need to get the fuck out of the building.
Okay. All right.
Or, you know, if somebody comes and tells me what's going on.
So if he's in the chapel, he would have the opportunity now to, if he's really quiet,
Well-
to
Yeah.
get away
Well-
unnoticed.
But Marco likes the sister. He's not going to abandon her, but he
Okay.
has an idea. So what I'd like to do is, because I can't communicate normally,
Right.
right? But he's pretty intelligent,
Interpretive
65.
dance.
He's got a 61 religion and a 70 fast talk and a 50 psych.
Okay.
I'd like to use my religion and my fast talk to convince her to follow me. I have a plan.
Okay.
Through basically weird Bible verse recitations in various orders.
Okay.
So
Generally, I
which of
don't-
those would you like to? How do we want to try to do this?
Normally, and I'm going to kind of leave this up to you. When it comes to player character versus player character social skills, you would make your roll, and you would, if he succeeds, you would basically provide him with the sort of with insight as to the sort of leverage that might
Well,
convince you to. You
Well,
see what I'm
well,
saying?
let me restate this a little
Okay.
bit. I'm trying to figure out how to communicate to her.
Right.
I have a plan, not convince her.
Yeah.
Do what I ask. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm communicating that I have a plan. Come with me, please.
Yeah, if
But you're
I'm just
actually
trying to communicate
convince two things.
Okay.
One is I have a plan,
Right.
and I'm sane enough for you to trust it.
Yeah, I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
Yeah, what I am more concerned with is hearing if he can communicate that he has a plan.
Right.
Because if he can't communicate he has a plan, the rest of it doesn't really matter.
I would
Right.
say that's part of the role.
So,
Okay. So,
uh,
but what?
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, figure out how to communicate and we'll
Okay.
work from there.
So what do you want me to roll? Because those are the three things I'm thinking. If I combine them
What's
together.
your persuade at?
My persuade. Let's see, where is that? My fast talk is 70. My psychology's 50.
Is there no
Persuade is 40.
40? I would
Persuade
say
is 40.
persuade.
Okay, so we'll try to do a persuade. Okay. 39, just make it.
All right.
Not a lot, but I just get across the fact that I have a plan, come with me.
But if she sneaks out because we've left,
Actually, looking at the doors, how you said it's double doors, yeah?
It's double doors.
Is there a way to make it from this side so it won't open?
You could like go grab some cues and stack them, push it up against the door.
There's a giant spit we could wedge in the middle of the door.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah,
too.
it's like
Yeah.
you have the giant spit, so if there's like a handle on each door.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just
Waiting for that.
Door ain't opening.
Not a problem.
Do you want me to do a strength check or something for that? Okay. 57. Oh, 5 above my 52.
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough. Okay. So I lead her out the chapel,
Okay.
and we go to the cart, and I look at this fool, and now I have to try to communicate.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
when we go outside, we can much more
You
aware.
go back.
of
to
Yeah.
the So you guys come around the courtyard.
and he's hobbling with candlesticks trying to go to the cannon.
There is a cannon,
Mm-hmm.
and by this point,
It's probably loaded.
that's what I'm
aimed-
thinking.
We're
It's like
working on the
pointed
fuse.
right at the entrance, but you probably had to back it up so it was under the awning. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
so-
want the fuse
so-
to
Oh,
go
yeah,
left.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
So they've got it, and they basically have a big long fuse, probably like 4 or 5 feet of fuse, I'm guessing. And they're getting ready to light this thing.
Right, and I
you
go
can-
over.
You can see all kinds of shit sticking out.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, and I go over and says, I hold up the fuse, and I show him pick up mud, and I start reciting the part of Genesis about the sun, and then I start doing the part of Revelations about the flood, or Noah's flood, going.
I feel like either I need to make a roll or he needs to make a roll to figure out what he's going for.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay.
You want me to roll?
I'm
So,
looking at a
player
scholar
keeper,
like-
I'm trying to explain that
I don't
this
know what
fuse
he's
is going to
trying
get
to say.
soaked.
Right.
No matter how you do this, because it's too long unless you stand here holding it. And that kind of bomb doesn't work. We got to do it different. That's basically what the character is trying to convey with these verses.
Oh, we're all under
So-
the awning, though. I mean, it's all.
But the
Right.
ground is still wet because it's been raining all freaking night. Because the water would soak across. The cart above the ground, the things in the cart is fine, but the ground itself is soaking everywhere.
I know water puts out fuses.
Yeah,
Yes,
he would know water
absolutely.
puts
I
out
know wet
fuses.
things put out fuse.
You're gonna have to you would have to figure out some way to keep the fuse off the ground if you're gonna leave.
Yeah.
So just stick it a spit in the side of the barn and hang it over,
Or you can just,
or a knife.
Okay.
But
Well-
he's trying to communicate that I
There's-
have a better plan, and I basically sit there and pull some things out and hold the black powder and go.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Well, I want to load as much black powder around it so it explodes.
No,
Massively.
he's no, not outside, and keeps putting the black powder or showing the black powder going into the cannon. And I do the what? I'm sorry, I'm not Catholic, never studied it.
That's
Basically, verses around the explosions or any verse of something where there was a volcano or
Burn it
destruction,
down, salt the
burning, salting the earth.
Sodom
All
and
those
Gomorrah.
litanies start coming out about, and then I keep motioning for the black powder into the barrel.
All I know is we gotta do this quick.
The
'cause
player's
that
trying to
noise is
communicate
getting loud.
pipe bomb.
No, I got it. I mean, like
Yeah.
Rob gets it.
Right.
I want to see a roll to see how
Okay.
effectively you're communicating it.
Okay. Do you want me to roll? Or do you want to roll how much you can understand me?
Let's do both. Actually.
Okay.
Let's.
Well,
this is a joint
let's ask the
venture.
keeper. So how do you
I'm
want
gonna give you whatever your language is.
my language? Good, 80. I can do that
with a penalty die. 'cause
with a
you're-
penalty
you're
die
not-
because I can't speak regular English. Right? Where's my other pen? There we go.
Italian.
Yeah, the right words.
And yours would probably be an int.
Intelligence.
Oh, that's actually pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're smarter than I am.
Wow, his int is really high.
Well, yeah, he's a sergeant. He's not an officer.
So
I
I
he's
make.
smarter than the scholar.
I actually make under my language. I'm 74 under an 80.
Okay.
And I made it by almost 25.
Okay.
So.
All right. So he's
So
able to
I'm
convey his idea.
conveying. Let's turn the cannon into a pipe bomb, but send it down towards the thumb.
I agree
That's-
with.
that was my-
I see what you are saying, but we need a horse or something like that to carry it, and that is where we lose momentum. We cannot.
Is the
send
grade
it
enough
away.
to let it roll?
attached to a horse.
Yeah, but that's the other end. It's not the pointed.
Correct. Yes.
I take and show them the, what was it called, the Cassin, and it's like I basically, because those are relatively light, and I kind of go this end, back of cart, lead.
You want us to lead the horse, and then have it explode?
Bang.
Oh, you want us to lead the horse? Well, it is an Italian horse. I do not mind.
Anyways.
That is fair. He would like us to flip it around, put all of the black powder inside, light it, and send the horse to it as if it is, as if it is a mobile bomb.
Okay, what do you want me to do first?
So let's take all the detritus out,
We don't have that much time, but okay.
and then
There's light coming now from.
Yeah.
You can see light
Basically, all the
coming from the
detritus, I'm helping
that's
you
not
take
the
it out,
direction
just
the
putting it
sun
in the
rises.
cart.
Right.
Not
So
the
it can just
direction of
stay
the
with
sun.
all this. That's fine. Don't take it too far.
Okay.
And then I lay the fuse out inside the cart on top of the Detria so it stays dry.
Okay.
And then I ask the sister, I take the caisson and I put it on the back of the cart and attach it, ropes, whatever, so that and I put both horses on the caisson, because normally they can do one or both.
Right.
We still
And
have 2 horses
aim it
left.
towards there.
Yeah. It's all right.
And go. And then whatever the Latin word for kaboom.
Let there be light.
Let there be light. There you go. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I just keep repeating, let there be light. Let there be light.
We're gonna light it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll-
And I'm okay. And
So
player
now you
player
have
to player, I'm assuming you would know roughly how much fuse would be how much time.
Maybe. I don't know.
I know if you were the artillery guy,
No.
you would, but you're not. So I'm hoping
No.
you can guess right.
Long.
So you're gonna have to lead this thing out
Yeah.
of
And
the
I'm assuming
courtyard,
my ride could
and
let
then
me
to
lead the
right,
horse
which would be to the west.
Yeah.
Or animal handling?
or animal handling if we have good animal. Mine's only
I'm gonna
5.
let him lead it. I'm gonna get on one of the horses.
Okay.
There's still
One of
another
the
horse.
draft horses that is pulling this contraption.
No.
Or okay.
One of the riding horses.
Okay.
Probably grab the nun. If you want to go on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably gonna need somebody to hold him on the horse because of how his leg is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At this
Yeah,
point.
think about
Right.
Oh, even to
bouncing
get
on one
up,
side.
yeah.
Yeah, getting up. Well, you can get up on one side.
I'm going to run back.
Well,
and
if
the
you
books.
get up on one leg,
Oh,
lean
right.
forward,
Back
and
up.
swing,
Okay.
Yeah.
you'll be all right.
Yeah.
By this point, the rain is kind of starting to die off. It's
Yeah.
just like a
Yeah.
mist at this
Yeah.
point.
So I'm leaving the other horse for him with the plan that when he gets the books, go off, gets a fire. We are going to run now.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to take it to where the best bet I can that it's going to be aimed kind of straight down, and hopefully there's enough of a grade.
Okay. When you guys come out,
Mm-hmm.
the sun is rising in the west.
I'm going east.
And it is large and it is red.
East sounds good.
I like it.
I basically smack one of the horses and leave the other one and turn right around
Okay.
and start running towards them.
Okay.
And it's just like, boom, run, and make sure that the last thing we had is the lantern, and pop it on the fuse.
Okay.
And smack and go. I mean, that was my plan, was to smash a lantern. Okay, there's plenty of fire to keep it going. Smack the shit out of the horse. Sorry, horse lovers and my sister, if you're watching.
Well, both horses, right? Both
Yeah.
drafts.
Well,
right?
once you, both drafts are there, but once you smack one and it starts bolting,
yeah,
the other goes
yeah.
with. So I don't have to like stand in the middle.
But
and
if you're
get killed.
apologizing to horse lovers,
I'm apologizing to all the horse lovers twice.
You're welcome to all Glue Factory workers.
And that's Rob. And then I'm running towards you and the other horse going, let's see, what's the parting of the sea. We're going to get out of Dodge.
right, okay.
And lo, Moses led the tribes
Yeah.
from Pharaoh.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one I'm quoting. And then I start spinning it around sideways because I haven't had any help yet.
Okay. So it's headed down that way.
And I'm heading east, hoping there's another sun
and you're
coming
heading
up.
east.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm with him on the horse.
She's holding him up,
Yeah, I come back with the books wrapped
Okay.
up, and
and I'm going to get on the front because I have a better ride skill than he does.
Yeah, and we'll take
Okay.
off.
And we're going
Okay. So you guys
to.
get right on the east-west road
Yeah.
from the place. You kind of go over a rise, and there's a big flash behind you, and you hear a lot of screaming, an
good.
enormous amount of screaming.
Oh, good.
I cheer.
Thousands and thousands of people you hear screaming.
I hate to say this, but I'm trying to keep the horse from bolting. That's
think you got that
probably
on.
most
It
of what
keeps
I'm
going.
doing.
It keeps
Okay.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, just
Actually, not
steady.
keep it from bolting, but make sure I stay on.
Right.
I'm gonna
Right.
try to look back and to see the screaming and whatever.
And I start,
to see,
and when I see him looking back, I start doing the Sodom and Gomorrah quotes.
yeah, about Lot's wife.
Lot's wife, yeah,
Yeah.
all that stuff starts.
but
Idiot.
I need the intel in order to tell Napoleon like what kind of army
Okay.
it was. So I am gonna look back.
Okay,
And I'm also gonna shout "Vive la France."
All right.
and I'm gonna scream
Give
Lot's
me a
wife.
sanity check.
Yeah,
Where is that one? Oh, it's just
Sanity.
you roll under your.
you're
sanity.
roll under your current sanity.
Current
Up,
sanity.
up, 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 motherfuckers. Oh, that's luck. Where's my
Yeah, no, sanity.
45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
36.
Wow, it makes it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You see. There are buildings that are as tall as mountains behind you, and you see them crashing down. Some of them are buckling as they're falling. Some of them are turning and falling into other buildings. There's fire coming up, and it's the kind of destruction that you've never ever seen and can't even conceive of. But whatever it is that was there, you've killed tens or hundreds of thousands of them.
So the Viva la France started really strong and then kind of fades out with a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Viva
Right.
la France.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to put that in a report.
All of my concentrating is on with the horse.
Right.
There's no looking back. There's just, oh God, don't fall.
Okay. Well, the horses are going in the direction you want them to go in the same direction they want to go, so they're being fairly cooperative.
Yeah.
But it's more like this is a very fast-moving animal, and I'm not sharing the horse with Mr. Broken Leg.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So as far as I'm concerned, we're just gonna go straight into Tuscany or wherever Napoleon was.
Okay.
so this is more about balance, holding on, than
Right.
about
Okay.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Go ahead and make a writing roll.
oh yeah, okay, cool. I can do that.
Yeah.
92 over a 15.
It's a failure.
Oh.
It's not a critical failure. But
Okay.
you guys probably unhorse. But
Okay.
you're a
Well,
ways off.
But does he take her with?
Oh, I don't
or
know.
Does she have a chance?
You might. Writing is
Well,
worse.
it could be Dex.
You make a
Just
make
to hold on.
Go ahead and make a writing roll too.
Can I
Okay.
make a dex check instead?
That's what I'm hoping for Dex.
Just can I make a dex check
No,
instead? It's
the
not really
writing check.
writing, it's just holding on.
No, there's a
Just
specific
drop an
skill
01.
He's
Just
like-
drop
he's
an
like,
01.
did I
Double
stutter?
01. Just double 01.
That's
You
5%.
can do it. 31.
It's just like rolling a 1. It's a critical failure or a critical success in D&D.
Yeah.
31? No, you guys are both unhorsed.
Okay. Is the horse still going?
Of course the horse is still
Horse
going.
is still going.
It's heard terrifying noises. It wanted to leave a long time ago.
I'm gonna scrabble up. as
Are the
fast as I
noises
can.
still going on?
No, the
Okay.
thrumming has stopped.
Yeah. I yelled at them. Send word to the army. Send word to Napoleon.
Can I catch their horse?
Yes. Go
So
ahead.
riding roll.
Or
There's two
that
of us
or
on the horse.
animal handling, whichever.
Well, I was thinking riding because it's like just making sure I can get up close enough
That's
to
fine.
grab that and because they're trained animals, they're army horses,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, but they're Italian army.
12.
Boom.
So that's under my half for sure.
Okay, all right. You get the
So
horses.
I go get it, bring them around. Let's see,
Hobbling. Quickly down the road.
bring it up,
All
take
right.
the horse to the nun.
Okay. You guys get back on. I'm going to end it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're at 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Thank
right.
you. I lived through a
Everybody
stew
lived.
game,
Wow, we all
but I am the one
Everybody
insane.
You're gonna write really
Your
special
manuscript
memoirs.
will be the
Oh
best.
yes, I'm gonna. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to do some research for this Bible stuff because it's got to start that way, then go into normal speech.
I think you need to write. Actually, I think you should just write the entire thing in Bible verses.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
God, that's gonna be hard. But
Right.
I'll see if I can do
Bible
it.
verse.
How long do I have before they find it?
It doesn't have to be in the next session. It
Okay,
can
cool.
Be, it can be in the
Give me
next
give me some time and I'll try to figure it out. I might
Basically,
not be able to pull off the Bible
If,
verse
if
stuff.
you guys
but I'll
want
try
to,
something.
you're basically going to come up with something that would be the equivalent of like a Cthulhu text.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a
Basically,
journal.
It'd be like a journal entry or a letter to
Yeah.
Napoleon.
Because
or
I would think that the friar, because friars are very inquisitive and sometimes not smart inquisitive, might actually start digging into some of these things to understand more
Right.
once he starts recovering. So he's only 41, so he's got at least 20 more years before he dies.
right.
So,
No,
Unless he
wait.
goes
You forgot
insane.
something. You failed your save against the plague.
no, I used the luck on that.
You
He
did.
let me do the
Oh,
one
did you
shot
actually
at
use the
luck.
luck?
Yeah, he gave me
Okay.
the one shot on the luck. So
Okay.
I don't have the plague or
'Cause
the
I-
magical plague. For those who have watched the AP,
Or the eye plague.
or the eye plague.
You don't know which plague you have.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure I'll end up with one of them at some point.
All right.
Alright.
Thank you for
Thank you.
Thank you.
joining us, and we're gonna go dark until 8:45 or 9 a.m.
Yeah,
something
it's
like that
I
tomorrow.
think 9 a.m. go time.
This is the
Yeah.
last game that we're streaming tonight, the only game we're streaming today. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. I think is when we're gonna start. And happyjacks.org/live. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
I forgot we were streaming.
Oh, I forgot to hit stream.
Yeah, that would not be.